Oh, testing the mic. Oh, yeah, we have a mic. Look at that. Oh, crud. Excuse me. Yeah, I come in and I yawn. Literally 0 minutes into the stream. So that's the shortest yawn ever. We're T minus 3 minutes. There you go. That's a record. The record for yawns is T minus 180 seconds. Okay. So we are starting our third week. This is Magic Realm. This is the game that we started. When did we start this game on stream? I have no idea, actually. I've totally lost the thread on this. Monday? I think this is Monday on stream. So we got the Amazon, the Black Knight, the Elf, and the Sorcerer. It is a fairly tight game, except for the Black Knight, who is just getting creamed here. And we've made a couple mistakes for the Black Knight, I think. And the primary one is this past day, is we moved up into here hoping to get some of these creatures shifted around somewhat. And that didn't happen, and ultimately I don't think it was a good idea. But he's hidden, so he's fine. He'll live. But we need to figure out what to do with the Black Knight. He's the one I'm actually concerned about. Everybody else, it's like that one kid you have that you're, if you have more than one kid, there's always one that you're sort of vaguely worried about. You're like, how's he going to do? The rest of you are fine, but that one, oh man. That's the Black Knight. This game. Otherwise, I think everybody's doing okay. So let's figure out. So day 15, you will notice there's a couple changes on the map. First off is up here. That is the bandits. And so we have the bandit event popped. Now this leads to a couple interesting things. First is that the Amazon actually has a chance to hire sort of this interesting guy. And the reason I always find this guy pretty darn intriguing is that, man, on this side, he's a T3. Pretty much everything tremendous, he just outright kills. Almost everything tremendous. No, not everything, but almost everything tremendous has a 4 maneuver speed or worse. And so there's so many things he just hacks through, right? Trolls, dragons. And the actual thing which caused me to think about this was the pool has this fellow. Well, and he can't quite kill, or can he? No, so he cannot quite kill the octopus, though. The octopus still... Oh, but he can't hit him. The octopus can't actually hit the guy. Yeah, so he's good against the octopus because the octopus cannot hit his move speed without lining up. And so I'm thinking to go back here, maybe grab a couple treasures out of the pool, get the secret of the high pass, maybe get the druid if I can pull a potion out of the high pass, and just work that. Now, we're going to have to sell an item to get that done, but we are friends with the rogues. That's up here. We're friends with the rogues because of Bury the Dead. So I think we're going to do that. So that's going to be our move on day 15 is, I think it's 5 to the inn. And of course, she gets an extra one. So let's check that assumption. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so the Amazon runs back to the inn. She's going to try to hire the big guy. And then she's going to head probably back to the ruin. That leads us to the Black Knight. The Black Knight has had some problems, and we've not done well by him so far. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to the statue. We're going to go down to... So we're going to go move to the statue. I will hide, and that's pretty important. Then we'll do 2 searches and try to find the statue. The elf. I want to complete envoy. I want to complete envoy. So I put the elf there because he had 2 rolls to get the. We were not gonna have 2 rolls today, but we still have two rolls and 2 places to hit. We still have 2 places to hit. We still have these guys would be great for the elf and these guys. So on a 2 or a 5, so we have a 1/3 chance, and the elf does need to rest. So we're gonna rest 4 times, and we have an extra hide phase. We might as well take it just in case. Done. And then that's going to lead us to the sorcerer. So the sorcerer went up there, and I actually tried to hire the lancers. I failed. The patrol showed up. Now I shouldn't have done this in the first place, but I did, and it did. And then the dragon essence popped, and so now he's missed. So that sucks. We cannot do anything with the lancers now that the patrol has showed. So I'm a little bit annoyed at myself there because I think I made a mistake in going up there, assuming that we were going to be able to do some stuff. As it turns out, there is not much we can do. I will say that the bandits are pretty good in terms of killing. It's not too difficult. 10 gold reward doesn't suck. The Lost Shaman is close by. And so we could bring him. Although, again, you have, and you don't have to, the nice thing is you can melt into mist. You don't have to get the point. You don't have to do a trade phase or anything like that. You can just get the point. We don't have a good place for the sorcerer to spend his gold, though, because effectively you're either walking all the way back to the rogues, or I don't think you don't really like the guard. Yeah, you don't like the guard at all. You sort of hate those dudes. And the soldiers, I suppose, are fine, but they're surprised. You don't like them either. Yeah, there's a lot of folks you just don't like. You like the Lancers company and the Bash cars, and none of them are on the map. So, the Lancers are here on the map, but they're trapped with Melt into Mist. So, all right. So nothing good. We don't have a potion to turn in. So we need to figure out how to get our crap together here. We do need to locate the vault, but again, a lot of that is just packed full of monsters. That borderland is a death hex. And though we can navigate that death hex pretty well, getting there and spending enough time there and getting the vault, just going to be hard. I'm not super happy with where we ended up here on the map. So, okay. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to go 1, 2. So I'm going to move to the ruin. I am going to do an extra spell X and a spell, and then I'm going to search once to try to find Ruin 1-5. I don't need to do that because I can obviously melt in the mist and just go there. But I think we're going to do that. And so I think we have a day 15 for everybody. And the sorcerer does need to rest too. So so let's roll. Let's roll our dice. And let's start this week. Oh, we get a 1, so we get dragons. I don't know how I feel about that. Not sure. Not sure, folks. I will say this. The company is going to show up at the end when she books it back. The company is going to appear at the end. Done. Does she not like the company? She's not a big fan, actually. That is Are they? Do they have a 3? That's really what comes down to. No, she can run from the company, so I'm not super worried about um, my relationship with them. She is done, and it is the sorcerer's turn. He goes 1-2. He is going to spell X and spell, primarily to flip that shit so that we can always make sure we have something. He does get 1 search. He needs a 3, 2, or 1, though. And he gets it. So he finds ruins 1 fought. That's good, because that saves him a purple chit that's actually sort of useful. And nothing appears because dragons. So the elf is resting up. So he goes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and he is done. And he hides, but I don't think anything appears at the campfire. No, so I'm not super going to worry about it. I'll roll because you're supposed to. Okay, he's hidden. And now the Black Knight is going to go here. He is going to hide, which I'm sure he's going to do. He does actually get hidden. And he now has 2 searches to find. That is not a find. He needs a 4 or a 1. Oh, there it is. So he finds the statue. So good for him. Good for the Black Knight. We found the statue. Does anything appear? So we have 2 Roar M's, pretty much. Does Roar M is... No, it's Roar C is going to do it. Roar M draws nothing. And that is... we do have to roll for the Amazon and the company. And 4, I think they just insult her. Wow. So interesting. So strangely enough, she could do thief here. I think I am going to... I will let them block battle me, and then I'm going to play an M3 to run away. Or am I? I'm already negative with prowess. Do I think I'm getting any more prowess? Jeez. Or is the phase more useful? That's weird. That's a weird decision point to make. We're gonna play the M3, and that's a freebie. So we just run out of the clearing here. Instead of allowing them to insult us. Done. So unfortunately, that does mean she has to move into the inn again the next day. She is going to hide. And then if she's hidden, she's going to search, and search, hoping to be able to pop thief. All she needs is a discover result. So the Black Knight has the statue found. He's going to hide and loot it. The elf, no longer needs to do all those things, but he is going to extra hide. He is going to rest twice, and he is going to spell X and spell to pop a gold. He has a gold, but he's going to pop a gold, and he'll be done. Oh, and damn, I know what I could do. But we're gonna hold off and just see. But if tomorrow, our buddies don't come tomorrow, we're gonna fix that. So I'm gonna move to get the shaman. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move to the shaman to pick up the shaman, and we are done. So day 16, we're gonna hit up. Very excited for the long weekend, by the way. I took Friday off. I also have Monday and Tuesday off. I have 6 days off in a row, and that feels good. We really should have more and more days off. We got 4 giants and trolls. That is unfortunate for the Black Knight, but he's going to at least get a shot at looting the place. He is not hidden. So he is not hidden. He will try 3 times. And I'm going to take this and put these spells. The elf would like the statue. We do need a 1, 2, or a 3, which sort of sucks. That's a 4. That's not quite it, guys. That's another 4. Come on, give me 1. Give me 1. There we go. Top treasure. Oh, love it. Oh, oh, screw you, Magic Ralph. It's chest. It's tremendous. He can't pick it up, and he needs the lost keys to open it, which he does not have. All right. I mean, there's 1,000. There's not 1,000 things it could have been. There's a few things it could have been that weren't this. He's just gonna drop the damn chest, and he sort of has to because he knows what's coming. These giants are gonna show up, and I don't think anything else shows up because Roar is C. But the giants do show up, and that's fine because he can run. He can get out of dodge. That's not an issue. He can get out of dodge, and he's probably going to. We are sitting here, but what we're going to do is we're going to bring this one back, and then we're going to spell X and spell to pop that one, and we are done. But no one shows up at the campfire, so the elf has to go to plan B because he's wasting too many days. We just pop right in, and we're going to take the shaman onto our back. We just carry him. I'll make that a little bigger. But nothing appears. And then finally the Amazon, she moves back in. She's going to hide. So that is not a 6. She is hidden. She gets to search 3 times. If she gets a 4 or a 1, she will execute. So close. Her thieving ways. Also close. Oh, but no cigar. She does not thieve. She is done. By the way, the elf once got stuck there for like a week and a half or something, trying to steal something. So keep that in mind. So the lost shaman, does that give me a level of relations with the visitor? It does. The visitor in question. How do we get there quicker? Because I can get back to the chapel and all that, and that's great. And I could make everybody buddies with me and still be missed, which doesn't help me at all. The patrol needs to just get out of there. So not great. Not great. Not great. But unfortunately, these guys are actually quite far away. I can run to the company, which I'm buddies with, but that is so far. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 day, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 days, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 days. 3 days. It doesn't really help me. They're my buds anyway. We could go this way. And so that's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days to there. But 4 days to there, and we can get the soldiers to be our buddies and see if they have any treasures. Because what we're trying to do is buy a trinket to give to the giants. So we're trying to score 2 points here, people. So anyway, okay. I think that's it. I don't think anything appears. I think we're clear of folks appearing. Right? So she did the hide, he did the hide, and he searched. He did the rest and the spell X, and he moved in and got the shaman. I don't think anything else has appeared today, and I think we're writing the 17th day. So for the 17th day, She is going to hide. Search, search. Oof. So that's a good question. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just do it. Let's do what we need to do. Hide and search. Get the thing done. The Black Knight is going to get out of dodge, just because and he doesn't need to run. I mean, he. I think he does need to. I don't know if he actually hid from those guys or not. He was. He's going to go 1-2 to the cairn. So he's going to move 5, hide and search at the cairn to see if he can get into the damn cairn. I should say, though, he does have the fatigue one to run because he is not, fast enough and he has armor on and so on. The elf is going to I have a plan now for him. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to hide, extra hide, and then move, and move to the statue with the giants. The sorcerer has the shaman in tow. And we're going to move to 5. Move into the ruin. Move to the ruin. Done. All right. A lot of days passing quick. Lot of days. And giants and flipping trolls again. The giants are going to freaking chase down the damn whatchamacall. Chase the Black Knight down. So the elf hides and then moves to the giants. He doesn't hide. He goes 1, 2, 3, and 4 and walks into the giants. That blocks everybody. Not the Black Knight, although if we were PvPing, he could, but he doesn't. We go here. Done. She is going to hide, of course, because she needs it and she does. And then she's going to try. That's 1 fail. Oh, come on. 2 fails. I hate that. 3 success. So the Amazon scores thief. So she succeeds in thieving from the company. Those bastards. She now has 5 points, and she does get to pull, well, whatever she likes from them. She's going to pull, I think, a treasure, though. And she just gets to pick one. It's random, but she does get to pick one. Strangely enough, she's actually weirdly hoping for like a potion, which normally I wouldn't. God damn it. Normally I wouldn't, but today I wanted a potion. I didn't get one. She got the phantom glass instead. It doesn't suck, but I mean, that doesn't help her as much. She does get a new whatchamacall, and she gets envoy. Oh, already had envoy for her. That's not true. Oops. I copied and pasted that off of something else. Okay, that was bad. But now she has it. Okay. That's my fault. What did I screw that up? Did I screw up anybody else? No, okay. So, okay. So she's got envoy. There we go. She will be able to do the rogues because she's friendly. How the hell does she? Yeah, she needs, but she can't do unfriendly. She'll have to come back here to do neutrals. She's got this. So that's fine. So she just stole stuff from them, scored thief, and she's ready to go. The Black Knight is going to go 1, 2. He will hide because he sort of needs to. And he does. Now he's going to find the cairn. And he does not find the cairn. The giants do not follow, though, because they are highly interested in this elf character that's moved in. And so we are done. Day 18 for the Amazon. Let's get her done. So day 18 for the Amazon. This sucks a little bit, but is actually not terrible because she can execute a trade phase, which will give her envoy with her friendly folks. So envoy. I'll write that down. She's going to sell that phantom glass. That gives her 8 more bucks. That gives her 14 bucks. And that guy's not that expensive. So we could do then 3 hire phases to try to get that guy hired. The Black Knight is going to hide, search, search, search in hopes of pulling anything. Oh, the elf had to run, so he ran here, but it's pretty trivial for him to do so. The elf is going to move out. He's going to extra hide, move back into the giants. So we're hoping that his hide is successful. And then he is going to move past to the soldiers, to the house. And he's going to trade with the soldiers because he has the glowing gem. That is going to, they're so interested in the glowing gem that they'll take it. And then he can work, since he's neutral with them, he'll become friendly with them. And then he can execute the trade phase and be done and succeed in envoy tomorrow. So he made a friend and then did that. And now our guy here, I think we're just going to go 1, 2. I mean, I think we just have to move to the chapel. That's going to turn in the lost shaman. So done, and he'll become really friendly with all those people. Sure. Yeah, but that's not going to help him much. So he moves to the chapel. And then I am going to move out of the chapel back to the ruin. And then we're going to rest because we do need to get our crap together here a little bit. So this, unfortunately, it's why I don't like to stream the last days of Magic Realm because I'm always worried it will go too fast. if nothing, I'm like, oof, what if it goes super fast? And this week is sort of blowing by. So we got 2 serpents and demons. Pretty sure that's good for my guy, the sorcerer here. So the elf moves out of there. He is going to roll a low number, and he does, and he moves into there. He is going to trade the glowing gem to them, which they will take happily because they are interested in the glowing gem. So you don't have to roll to trade in normal Magic Realm. You have to roll to trade in mine, just not. So he gets a couple things. He gets 5 prowess because they like that. He gets the 17 gold. So now he has 25 prowess. He now has 32 gold. That changes the calculus a tiny bit because he's going to go to 6 points and drop the sorcerer to 3 points. And I don't think anybody appears at. Oh yeah, no, the woodfolk appear. Oh, there you go. So we got all kinds of stuff going on. We're also now friendly with the soldier. So let me write that down. And we'll just put that, I suppose, right here. There you go. We are friends with the soldiers because we sold them their stuff. Tomorrow we complete Envoy, and there you go. And maybe buy a medium bow. Now, keep in mind, the medium bow makes our lives a lot more dangerous, though, so we have to be a little bit careful with that. But we could certainly carry a medium bow. You just can't run anymore, so you become a shittier ambush archer, really is the problem. Okay. So that was, I think, the elf's turn, right? Yep. So done. He has done what he set out to do. Sold that, become friends, scored a point. Who is next? It is the sorcerer. The sorcerer is going to go 1, 2, 3, and he pops the whatchamacall there. 1, 2. Oop. Did we screw up the count? So we're here. He goes 1, 2. No, it's. Yeah, he goes 1, 2. We did not screw up the count. We're going to move back to the ruin. So the shaman takes up residence there. We are now this weird. So we also get Lancer, Ally Plus, right? We're friends with the Lancers. No, we're Ally Plus. Order, we are friends. And the patrol, we are friends. Now the problem is not that we're not friendly with any of these dudes. The problem is we can't actually act in that place. So that's what sucks. Done. If not, we would just hire we'd hire a knight and we would be rolling through the we would be like, yep, we're doing this. I do believe, though, that so we move back down here, and we do get Dank, and Dank is going to cause us to be beset upon by serpents, and we are actually going to encounter one of those serpents, and we're going to so we'll do that after we do that, but we're going to get Snake Charmer, which we lucked out. Black Knight is hiding and searching. We do hide. We're going to search 3 times. That's 1, 2, and 3. So on the 3rd day here, so to speak, we find the cairn. Then does anything pop serpent-wise? The altar pops. So this demon appears. Otherwise, nothing happens. Amazon trades, so she gets envoy. She's going to sell this to her rogue friends. And now she's going to hire 3 times. So she does get $8 first. She now has $14. The Axeman costs $4. So we're looking for price times 3 pretty much. We get price times 4. That's $16. I think that's a little too rich for our blood. So that's 1 higher phase. Price times 2. So we will take him for $8. And so that is 0. So we now have $6 again. And we have Rogue 2, I think. We do have 1 more higher phase. Rogue HQ costs $1. And we can indeed get him for $2. And we're going to do that for -$2. So we're down to 4, but we have Rogue, what is it, 1 and HQ, right? Till the end of the game. We've also executed a trade phase, so we have envoy with our friends, and we have these 2 people, these 2 traveling with us. I'm going to copy these chips and put them here. And then, actually, I don't need one of those. I just need Rogue HQ. He can be deleted. I just need a copy of HQ. And I actually need 1 more copy of HQ, strangely enough. Copy and paste, because I'm going to put HQ in the bucket with the rest of us. So she traded and she hired. The only problem now is she's going to have to deal with the unfriendly company again. Insult, which is she's going to take this time. So she gets insulted. That's -5. So she could attack the company now with impunity. Oh, nope. Rogue, friend, company, insult. So just so we know where we stand, done. But we did get the rogues. We don't have to fight them today because I don't want to fight the company with my 2 new rogues here. Instead, we're going to take these guys and try to utilize them the last week here to get some damage done. Hell, they might go kick the butts of their guys here, strangely enough. Now, mind you, that's a little bit of a rough fight. That is a bit of a rough fight, but doable. Doable, but not great, but doable. I think I would take the archer. I think HQ would take this guy. They could kill each other. And I would put the big guy on this guy, and then you would hope to luck out a little bit on the rolls. Hope some of those guys don't flip, blah, 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 and do that. So, all right, what are we doing here? So the company doesn't go. Do we have... So he hired, he searched, he went to the house and did his trade phase and sold, and then he turned in lost shaman for the point. And then she did day 18, 18, 18, and 18. Are we ready to write 19 already? Oh, I see. We got snake charm. So we do have to fight, quote unquote. The fight, though, is just turning in the card. We are going to. So does the sorcerer want a buddy? I don't know. I don't know that this buddy helps him. This guy does medium damage or heavy damage on a 5. That is just super slow, really, for most of these monsters who hit him on a 4. Like, the best he can do is stand off against a troll and then kill each other. Yeah, like, he would... He's not... Those snakes are not great against any native, for instance, and most monsters, they sort of suck. They're good against bats because bats can't kill them. They're good against wolves because wolves can't kill them. They're good against goblins, right? They're good against anything that's medium. They're okay. So I think what we are doing with the sorcerer, so we've done snake charm. Let's just get that done. So snake charm allows us to just kill the snake. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to kill the snake for 16 prowess because that puts us 1 ahead or 2 ahead of the Black Knight. So we're actually going to steal a point from the Black Knight, taking away his only points because we are that awful, and putting us 1 closer. So Snake Charmer is gone. When we get to plant your flag again. Plant your flag sort of sucks at this point in the game, if I'm to be totally honest. But it depends on where it turns up, because we might just maybe we do it for the point. So where is it, Sorcerer? It is 5-5, Crag 5. So it's right up there. I don't think that's super close. I mean, we can get there, but oof, man, that's a lot of walking to plant your flag where it's not going to do you any good. You're not going to get any treasure out of it. You'll be lucky if you complete it before the game is over. Not super jazzed about that. Having said that, we are in a dwelling, the Thieves Guild. We could turn shit in. We could turn crap in and just be done with it tonight. Because we complete this fairly early. Lost Shaman is gone. How do we? Yeah, I mean, I'm not feeling great about what we're doing here at the moment, if I am to be honest. So okay, so let's figure out. All right. So do we? I mean, we're trying to figure out where to turn these cards in. It'd be great if I could actually find a damn treasure for this guy and just get this damn thing done. You know what? Yeah, we're going to turn these in. We're going to turn in. I'm going to turn in. I mean, I know where giants are, and that would be awesome. Trinkets would be so easy to get, and yet I'm going to turn these all in. I'm going to say, hey, you probably don't want to have to navigate that whole thing. Let's go for just some plain old good fashion luck. I don't love my luck there. So natives arrive or just choose a native group on the appearance chart and place them at a location where they would normally appear. I could do the Bashkars at the small campfire. So that's what we're going to do. The Bashkars appear there. So at least we have a native group we don't mind there. Now we can't get another card yet. We have to wait till tomorrow. I will take this and keep it face down so that I remember. We do now have Herbalist, which is Dank W, and Explore the Caves. I might be able to do Explore the Caves. Herbalist, and that's Dank W. Where is Dank W, you might ask? And the answer is I don't know. I don't know. It's up there. Oh, God, it's all the way up here. I mean, we could go up there and do it. I could take out the bandits. Oh, I can't. It's melt into mist up there. It's all mist all day. Explore the cave would be here. Yeah, none of those are good either. But you could go up, do the herbalist. You could do the herbalist. You could do explore the caves. That would be 3 points. So that would get him to 8. I mean, we might just go with that. But anyway, all right, let's get ourselves going here. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Amazon's gonna move, and extra move. So because she's gonna head back to do another trade phase down here to finish this off. And then she can do Secret of the High Pass. In the meantime, we're hoping 1, 2, 3, 4. We're hoping to get a spider here done. The Black Knight. Where did you end up, sir? He just found the cairn. So we're going to hide and search, search, search. But before that, we're going to rest, hide, rest, and search, search. And he is done. The elf is going to do T. That's going to score him envoy because he will have a friend. Two trades. One with a neutral right somewhere. Yeah, I had it. Yeah, way up here. Jesus, that took forever to get done. That was like a 3-week mission. So he's going to trade with the woodfolk. Done. And locate the horde. It's got to be here. It could be here, but it's got to be here, right? I mean, we could. Giants are, by the way, one thing that taking the medium bow makes infinitely easier. But again, everything else it makes a lot harder because you can't run. You do up your chance across the board of killing everything, but you can no longer run from all of the things you would normally run from. So I think what we're going to do, so we're going to trade to get envoy, extra hide phase, and then we're just going to move to 1, 2, 3, and we're going to end up at the cairn. I don't know that we care, but we're going to end up there. Done. We will have scored envoy, and we are done. The sorcerer. I mean, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into the mountains. So move, and move into the mountain. We will be misted then and done. All right. That is what? 19. So that's day 19. It takes a long time sometimes to get these days done. But dragons. Imagine. Sorcerer's going 1, 2, 3, 4, done. The elf trades. So we're going to see what the woodfolk have. Gripping dust and ointment of steel. Both of those don't suck. I mean, we're going to roll on the ointment because that can save us one whole fight that just saves us. We are, I think, allied with the woodfolk. Yeah, oh yeah, they love us. We love them. We get a 3, price times 2. We're not going to spend any of our money there, though. Yeah, so price times 2. We can get it for, we can get the ointment of steel for $8. Yeah, we'll buy it. We'll buy it. So $8. Oh, I need to update my scoreboard here because the elf has $24 now. And yeah, so okay. So we did the trade. We did score envoy. So we are done. We can now make a neutral group or unfriendly group friendly. Wow, that's pretty darn good. I will make. I suppose we can make the order friendly. So that's that. That's envoy. Now we're going to hide. And we do, and we go 1, 2, 3, and we are there. The Monster Roll of Dragons, I don't think brings anything because Roar M. No, yeah, Roar is nope. That's that. So he's there at the cairn. The Black Knight is hiding and resting. We are hidden. We do rest. Now we're going to loot the cairn 2 times. And we can fatigue 1 asterisk and sure, 1 asterisk. So that's our 2 fatigues that we have to do to loot the cairn. We get the 5th card in the deck. Deft Gloves. And yeah, we can loot with 1 die. That's pretty good. Tomorrow we're gonna put that on. We get the 3rd card in the deck. Elven Slippers, which we actually can't use. But we do have, with friends or allies, we can do the damn gift exchange now. So the soldiers, we can do the gift exchange. That's actually perfect. Does anything appear? I don't think anything appears. And then the Amazon is just booking it with her buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she actually can't do the 5th move. So, done. So she'll have hidden, I suppose. So she goes there, and nothing appears in any case. So, yeah. So, first off, we actually don't have a flag to plant here anymore. So we'll just delete that. Poof, Black Source. Wow, that is useless. Done. Amazon. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. So she's going to end up at the Order. Now she is friendly with some folks there. Yeah, she should be good. So she goes move, 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 move. Extra move to the chapel, I think. I think it's 5 to the chapel. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, she's 4 to the chapel. So she can take an extra move here, get to the chapel, do a trade. She should score Envoy at that point. So that should get her another point. The Black Knight is going to rest, I suppose hide. So he'll hide, rest, and search once. Get some stuff back there. The elf has scored Envoy, so the elf gets to pick a trade. He gets Consult Demon. Ooh. That's good for him. That's good for him. That's what he wants. He wants to consult some demon flesh. Because he can go 1, 2, 3, and he's got it. And he will search while he's there anyway. And now the sorcerer, well, sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or no, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he gets, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't matter. He's going to end up at the Nutwoods too. and he will burn this black source as he does today. So I don't want to forget it. Done. That looks like day 20. And we got spiders, or not probably, but spiders. And the Black Knight is first. So the Black Knight is going to hide. He fails to hide, so that sucks. He is going to rest 2 times. So I'm guessing he pulls back this and probably this one because he's going to need to evade. He is going to then search once. You'll put this there. So he's going to search once with 1 die. He gets the 3rd treasure in the cairn. Oh, it's the flipping cloven hoof. Well, that is just spiffy. Oof. Doesn't matter because he's rolled already. What does matter is these guys come out to play. So the cairn, he gets trapped by him. And the statue actually is going to have the imp on it now too, which is going to trap people with a giant, which is sort of dicey. The Amazon goes 1, 2, 3, 4. But she's going to then do a trade. She is going to do a trade with, actually, anyone in there will do it. She'll do her trade with the Lancers. Does she have something to sell the Lancers? She doesn't. So that's fine. She's just going to trade with them to see what they have. Oil of Poison and the Elusive Cloak. Nothing too exciting, really. She'll roll on the Oil of Poison. She gets a trade phase. She's friendly with them, I think. Yeah, so she's friends with the Lancers, so it doesn't matter. But she does score Envoy. That does give her another point. So she has scored 6 cards. And that's sort of what she does the best, is just pound out cards there. I think she will make the Order her buddy. Oh. Done. And yeah, and she is done. And that's all she's got. So she is done. The elf, what the hell's the elf doing? He's hiding and moving to the altar. We should have moved first. Oh, yeah, we didn't know. Okay, good point. So we are hiding, and we do, and we move down to the altar. The spider doesn't move, but the imp does move, which sort of sucks for our guy. And do we do anything else? Oh, we searched once for the altar. So we're going to search. Nope, we don't find it, and we are done. And then the sorcerer. He gets the Nutwoods too, and he is done. Now that's his herbalist, so that is, he could do that right now. He gets a challenge. Ooh, so he played the black source, and he drew challenge. So he's going to roll challenge. Hopefully they show up at the inn, strangely enough. He's going to get 8, so he gets the top Lancer, which is a little dicey because the Lancer has a horse. Top Lancer. Where's the Lancer going to challenge the sorcerer to? 5, the large campfire. So this Lancer has beef. Like, I got beef at the campfire. Challenge. Lancer at... Oh, Bradley, how are you tonight? Give me 1 second to write this down. Large camp. So Bradley, this game is called Magic Realm. It is a Avalon Hill game made in 1979. It was designed by a guy called Richard Hamlin, who was sort of a mini genius, and he actually wrote a bunch of games for them. At the time, it was essentially considered Avalon Hill. So Avalon Hill, seeing the growing popularity of D&D and seeing the faltering popularity of traditional Hex Encounter war games, wanted some kind of response to D&D, and this was it. It is what I always call the epic fantasy board game genre, which includes things like Runebound and Talisman and Mage Knight and Magic Realm. I feel that Magic Realm is probably the most classic and best of these, but it's not for everyone, as it was widely considered to be one of Avalon Hill's most complicated games at the time, and I think still is. And I think it's a 9 on their complexity scale. I don't know that it actually is, in the sense that there's a lot of harder core games. Like, it's not Advanced Squad Leader, as a for instance, but it was widely considered to be one of their most clunky games. But yeah, welcome. So with that said, let me check to see where I'm at here. I think everybody has gone. I think the elf has some thinking to do, and the Black Knight. Oh, thank you, Bradley. I mean, the only reason I could give you that answer is because I have been obsessed with this game since I got this game when I was 9 years old. It took me about a decade to learn to play it. So, nonetheless, I got it at a Toys R Us. I don't know if I remember, right? How many Toys R Us? I got a Toys R Us. There was a Toys R Us in Newcastle. They actually carried on store shelves and retail shelves. And I got it because of the box art, which does not look like this box art. This is someone's redesign of the box art. The original box art was so evocative. In any case, so let's see. It's the end of day 20, and we do have some. I do want to do a quick check, just because. So I did score her Envoy. Now I play with a variant. I don't play the base game. So anyone looking to my videos to how to play this game, I apologize. I'm so sorry. I play a variant. All of these cards here, the garbagey cards that you see, are made for the variant, and it largely adds quests and events to the board. So yeah, he's good. Yeah, we got an encounter for him. Oh, and he has the challenge. Okay, so we got this. So we got a couple problems. One problem is the fact that the Black Knight is trapped by this guy. So this is an issue. And the reason it's an issue, so let's take a quick look here. The reason it's an issue is that the Black Knight cannot escape the tremendous spider, and he cannot do tremendous damage to kill the spider. If the spider hits him, he is dead. So we really have to just try to avoid the spider's grasp for 2 phases, 2 rounds of combat, and then it becomes a stalemate, and we can leave. And that sucks. I don't like this. This might be an ignoble end for the knight here. But we failed to hide, and then the spider showed up. And that is sort of how it goes. So we're going to go here. I'm going to have to play pretty much my best move, Chit. But again, it's not fast enough to escape the spider, because low numbers are faster, by the way. And so I just have to play 2 times. I'm going to fatigue each time. If the spider hits, he is going to... I mean, it barely matters. I'm actually going to take the shield somewhere else here. If the spider hits me, then he's going to grab me because tremendous creatures grab you. And the problem with this creature grabbing me would be not that it's, I'm still fast enough to dodge it, but that the combat can never end. And as long as that creature has you grabbed, then you have to fight to the death. And unfortunately, the Black Knight cannot generate enough damage with his mace. So being grabbed in the 2 rounds means death. It's about a 50-50 shot for him now. So we're going to roll to position this guy twice, remembering that we fatigue. And we're just going to fatigue, because it's either he escapes or dies. So he's playing his best move chit. They are, you can tell that it tires him out because there's 2 stars at the bottom. And what that means is when you play 2 stars in a round, you have to fatigue a star from your existing chits. These chits are his combat maneuvers, his hit points, his fatigue, all rolled into one, which is one of the brilliant parts of the game. Bradley, if you're still here. If you're not still here, that's fine. But in any case, if we roll a 1 or a 4, then the Black Knight, unfortunately, his game is over. Why'd I say that? We roll a 1, so the spider lines up and thus hits us. And that's it. So we dodge. We try to dodge him, but he does hit us. He will doesn't damage our shield. He can't damage our armor, but he would wound us, and that's fine. We take that wound. But now, since he's grabbed us, we're done. You cannot end a combat if you have a tremendous monster turned red side up. And red side up is this. And that's it. He's done. And there's no one to save him and nothing that can save him. I feel super bad because we'd finally gotten... So the Black Knight had a terrible game. He was being essentially chased down by monsters the whole game. He hired some guys. Normally what you would do, and frankly the Black Knight would do it, is what I would have done typically is I'd have guys hired. And then the hired guys, I would order to go fight the spider while the Black Knight ran. That big spider. The Black Knight can fight a lot of things, just not the biggest things in the game. And normally I would just have bad guy putzes there to take the heat, and he would flee. Which is... hold on. The black circular thing on the map that has an arrow that you keep moving. A black circular thing on the map. Oh, is that... Oh, this thing? That guy? This is literally the Black Knight's counter. So there's no minis. Like, you could put minis on the board, of course. But this is the Black Knight. And you can see that here. You can, there it is. There's his symbol. See, that's his symbol. So yeah, that's his piece. So he is dead. All his treasures are going to be placed on the board. I'm going to put the cloven hoof on top of all the treasures because I need to know that that's on that spot. Oh no, it just delved right into the damn cards, didn't it? Give me a second. So I'm going to put the spider here. I'm going to put this there. It's a little clunky. And the reason it's clunky, I need that cloven hoof. So he's dead. So I can just drop him like there. Yeah, I need to put all his stuff there, but I need that cloven hoof to sort of end up on out in the way. And the reason is because it actually affects die rolls in the clearing. Again, making it unlucky to be there. And the Black Knight, if nothing, he was unlucky this game. So the elf who's here has a different fight in mind. We're hidden, so the elf is effectively an ambush archer. So because there is nothing on the elf sheet, I shouldn't say that. There's something on his sheet, but nothing is targeting the elf because he is hidden right now. He is going to play this chip. That's going to ready the bow. That makes the bow a ×1, and the ×1 attack is going to always hit this guy because his speed is a 2. His maneuver speed, his defense is a 2. Lower numbers better in this, in almost all cases in Magic Realm. And in this case, the weapon has a time. It's an L1, which means it's, and I'm sorry, I'm over-explaining now. It supersedes this fight chit, and so his time is an attack 1. But he does have to play a fight to attack. So, we're going to shoot this imp. We'll put the imp on a space, 1, so he lines up. And does he flip over? Does he change tactics? He does not change tactics. So, done. So we come out of the bushes. We're shooting this dude. We do hit him. We have to roll on the missile table. And the missile table will change the damage of the attack. The bow does L ** damage, which means light and 2 sharpness stars, which is light, medium, heavy damage. The imp is medium, because you can tell by the counter size, he's tiny, so he's medium. And what that means is that we need to roll no higher than a 4 to kill the imp. I'm sorry, time out. We only roll 1 die because the elf is an archer and he has a special ability. So we roll 1 die. 4, 3, 2, or 1 kills him. That is a 2. The imp is dead. Do we become unhidden? We have to roll 2 dice. A 6 fails. We are not unhidden. So we are still hiding. And now we have the demon. But here's the thing. We actually don't want to fight the demon. We're going to just so I'm going to mark that I killed the imp. That's worth 2 prowess. And again, I'm playing a variant, so some of the things aren't going to matter. Where did I get 5 prowess? I have 4 written down here. That's unfortunate. So I'm going to go, and I didn't write where I got it. So I'm a little bit annoyed at myself because I usually write how much. So I'm going to say 4, and I'm going to go to 26. Whoa, hey, no. Oh, that is bad. Stop it. Okay. Done. So he has 26 prowess. That doesn't change anything in the game because he is winning that category, so he still scores 2 points. But he is now going to step out of the shadows and play Consult Demon. So the demon will not attack him. He's unhidden. Now the demon won't attack him. Instead, he consults with the demon. You earn 1 VP and a boon. Choose one. I mean, I hate to say it. I think we're gonna cheese metagame this here. So he's gonna take. Oh man, that is rough though. He likes almost all of these. He likes all of his magic chits like they are at the moment, but I think we're gonna take the demon lore. We're going to take the demon lore so that we can, because winning the number of spells learned also wins you a category and gets you more victory points. So we're going to take demon lore, which gives us a random type 5 spell. Type 5 spells are demon spell, or demony, and he gets pentangle. Ugh, okay. Not great, really. We'll copy and paste that and put this back in the deck. So he learns pentangle from the demon. But he has to convert at least 1 chit into a type 5 and up to 2. We're going to convert a single chit to type 5. So that'll be this one. So I need to find him a proper chip. So I'm going to go into another character's bag here and cheat. Can I find, there we go. That's what I need. So that's the chip. So I'm going to replace this chip I'm going to put that up there with this one. So now he has a type 5 time 3 chit with one fatigue asterisk. He scores consult. That's an extra point for him. He's only has 3 cards, but that he is winning a bunch of categories, prowess and gold right now. So that gives him 7 points. And let's keep in mind, he's the only character so far that has actually learned a damn spell. So he's also winning spells. So that kicks him to 9 points. Now, with this variant, Bradley, I consider about 10 points to be like a good game and 12 plus to be an awesome game. But 10 is where I go, yes, you won the game. And obviously, so he does get Goblins in Peril, which is choose a group of goblins in a tile with at least one other group of monsters. Those goblins don't battle you. Instead, they ask for help clearing out all the other monsters. Then you become friendly with the goblins and can hire them. That isn't a good one. There's no goblins on the map, as you can see. The goblins are all here. They have not yet appeared. So the elf is done. That's a lot of, and I think we're done with everybody now, and we're done with our day. Right. Where is the Black Knight? Died. He bit the big one there. The Sorcerer is up here, and the Amazon, we have to be a little bit careful because I'll lose her, is right there with her hired buddy. All right. So that is day 20 done. Okay. So keep in mind, on day 21, a number of things are going to happen. The first thing is, it's a day 7. And again, we play with a variant called Dangerous Day 7. So instead of one group of monsters appearing, we'll roll 2 groups of monsters to appear. But those groups of monsters first will regenerate. So they will come off the board, back onto the chart, and they'll be resurrected if they're dead, and so on and so forth. The Sorcerer has a permanent spell on him that activates when purple magic exists, and purple magic will exist across the board on day 21. So he will actually become mist and can't do anything. So Meld into Mist is a great spell. It allows him to escape from almost any situation, but has a couple downsides, and this is one of them, is you're going to lose a day. And that day, sir, is today. So he is just going to sit around all day, frankly, and do nothing. Oh, in 79? I do not remember how much it cost in 1979. Now I want to look that up so bad. I'm going to close the Black Knight because he is dead. As it saddens me to do so, but I'm going to... And his cards go in the discard, and he is dead. Okay. So he is going to do nothing. What is the Amazon going to do, though? So the Amazon scored Envoy, so she gets to toss this card into the pile here, and she gets another card. So that might actually matter. Ooh, Dragon Slayer. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Now, the Amazon by herself is a terrible Dragon Slayer. She's not quite strong enough typically to slay a dragon, and her weapon is not good enough either. But having said that, she is traveling with a buddy who's an amazing dragon slayer. The great Axeman Rogue can kill, I think, any dragon on the board, save for one. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. But the dragons, if you notice, are in this really clunky position with everyone. A lot of dudes around them, like a lot of dragons, and then bats, and there's just a lot of stuff going on here. Trolls. So this is a very dangerous place. What she is going to do, as dumb as she, or are we going to do? Yes, we're going to do this. I'm going to go move, move, move. So I'm going to go move, move. Wait, nope, nope, nope. What do we got here? It costs 2 to move into mountains. That's these triangle-y ones. That's why I'm saying move, move, move. It is extra move. The Amazon gets an extra move. Move into the mountains. She's going to hide 2 times and hopefully wait for a spider to show up to get Spider Slayer. That's actually her goal. Black Knight is dead. The elf has just consulted his demon friend and scored his point, and he's 9 points. He is kicking the hell out of this game. But well, and that's fine. That's fine. He is going to go. He's going to move to 6. He's going to hide and try to sneak past. So he's going to go. So he's moving to 6. He hides. So that's 1, 2, 3. And he gets 1 more move into the Maple Woods. That would be his goal. His hide phase is an extra phase. That's his bonus. He's going to move, 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 and hopefully get into the woods. And the reason is he's looking for the Horde. And the Horde he thinks is here because of process of elimination. It's like a little like playing Clue. We've seen almost all the treasure sites but the Horde. We only have 2 tiles the Horde could be in, this one or this one. It's either here or it's here. Done. So we're going to pop our way up to here. And there you go. That's what the elf's going to do. The sorcerer, like we said, sits around all day waiting for this mist thing to wear off. It's like, oh, damn it. Today of all days. But we need to catch that damn elf. So let's roll our 2 dice and see what the hell appears. 2s and 3s. So a couple things happen. The patrol returned to the board, to the appearance chart. The demon returns. This serpent is resurrected. The demon leaves the board. The wood folk leave the board. Oops, I just, whoa. Jeez. Okay, hold the hell on. Yeah, you can typically get a copy of this game for anywhere between like $100 and some bucks to 200 and some bucks. I've seen $400 for copies. By the way, don't pay $400 for a copy of Magic Realm. I mean, you could, and don't get me wrong, it's in my opinion worth every penny. Having said that, don't buy it. That's crazy talk. That's a lot of cash. But all right, so we got the 2 monsters. We put everything back on the board. We draw chits to see who goes when. The elf is going to go first. The Amazon and her buddy are together, so that doesn't really matter. So the elf goes here. He hides. A roll of a 6 fails, and you take the highest die always. So that's 1. He's hidden. 2, 3, and 4, and he ends up in the woods. Done. The Amazon's going to go here. She was hoping to roll a 5 on those 2 dice. We didn't. And so nothing appears, unfortunately, for her. Yeah, because Howl is bats. Done. So, yeah, these chits tell us what monsters appear on what die rolls. Dank is spiders, and this is goblins or bats. Howl is goblins or bats. In caves, it's goblins. In mountains, it's bats. On a 6, you'd get bats. On a 5, you would have gotten spiders. We rolled neither of those, so she gets nothing. She was hoping to get a spider, and that's why day 7 sometimes I do weird, like I do certain moves. I go, well, I'm going to go into this tile because I need to find spiders, and she has the card to slay spiders, but we didn't get it. So that was a calculated risk. We failed and wasted a day effectively. And since the game is timed, you only get 28 days. I mean, you can make it however many days you want, but 28 days is what I typically play for. It's a calculated risk. And then this sorcerer's done. He peters out. He's got nothing. So that was sort of a quiet day 21 though. So that brings us to our final week. And in the final week, I'm typically scrambling to score points. I'm not super happy. Like the elf, and I feel a little bit bad for the elf and Amazon because, I mean, not the elf, the sorcerer and Amazon, because the elf just sort of took off there, scoring a lot of those points. I'm wondering if we can catch him. They could catch him by taking his points away effectively. By So my scoreboard is up there, Bradley. And if you're so cards, you just score the number of cards you've completed. The Amazon has 6. The elf and sorcerer have 3 apiece, and then you score 2 points for each category you've won: prowess for fighting, gold for being rich, great treasures for finding cool treasures, and the great treasures are the one like the cloven hoof. They have this red outline, and then spells for learning spells. So let's think about this here. Okay. So what I need to do is it's going to be day 22. I am going to take a 2-minute break. Day 22, we will return here. We will draw 3 events because every week, the beginning of the week, we draw 3 events, clearing out the ones that are cleared, of course, but the ones that aren't cleared stay. For let's not do that. Did I just screw up that? That's my fault. Let me Control Z. I don't like because you kill the history when you close that. So let me draw the 3 events, and we'll do the 3 events, and we'll place them on the board, and we'll get this last week going. In the meantime, who the hell knows how much Magic Realm cost in 1979? That sounds like ChatGPT will give us the wrong answer. Yeah, it's funny because yeah, the game was mostly not universally panned, but pretty. It did not do very well in its initial run, and then sort of became a cult hit later on, as many things do. I'll be back. Let me put a message up. Back in 4 minutes. I'll take that. I'll take that. All right, so we are back. We are starting. This is day 22. I did not find when Magic what it retailed for. I found several entries for it at 100, 200, 275 bucks, but I'm like, okay. I would say 150 is a very fair price. Less than that would be a steal, but I would be careful because there's a ton of pieces, and you always have to be careful that you're not missing a piece. Although there is a very kind lady who I think still does this. If you just mail her and put in a note card, I need this piece, she will mail you the piece. And I'd look up on Board Game Geek who that is, but I totally forget her name. She's very kind. So in any case, so it is day 22. We got 3 events to show. That's lame. I always hate the last week when you get stuff. So the cook appears in a dwelling, and that's great, but no one's going to hire the cook. I really honestly ought to lower the costs of all those simply because because they're so. I rarely take them. Mostly opportunity costs with what you can do with that gold. He appears in the chapel. So the cook appears in the chapel. Cook in the chapel. The circus appears. And I actually don't have a counter for old bones because I did not make one. So that's lame. I will make. I need to get something which represents bones. I mean, special. Done. That's going to be the bones. It is the special shit. We'll just make it bigger. So the cook's at the chapel. You go, you hire the cook. You can get an extra rest phase a day because you're eating so well. Done. But he doesn't score points. He just is what he's just there. He can just be hired. The old bones, we'll do that one. That's easy. He appears in the crags. Crags 6. That is here. That's going to be rough. The sorcerer might be able to get there because of his spells, but he's got to get there, and he's actually way on the different part of the map. And finally, the circus is in town 2. The circus appears in Deep Woods 1. That's an interesting place for the circus because the circus hunts tremendous monsters. So they will give you a blowgun to KO a tremendous monster, and then you drag him back to the circus. It just so happens all the tremendous monsters are sitting right there. 2 giants, a tremendous spider. So, I mean, and why wouldn't it just appear right next to the elf, right? Why? Fortune favors, in this case, the already favored. All right, so be it. What are we doing? I have somehow lost the Amazon. Oh no, she's there. I really gotta move. I gotta flip her and just maybe shrink him the tiniest bit so I remember where she is. Okay. So what is our goal now? So she's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's gonna charge down here. And she could do Secret of the High Pass, and maybe she should do Secret of the High Pass. But again, man, if she could manage to get into the deep woods. Now it's non-trivial. The fighting, say 2 of anything. She only has 1 guy that kills these things, really. And there's 3 trolls there, so that sort of sucks. But she could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull up short. Yeah, I'm still not sure what to do. Picking up this cloven hoof at the end of the game is not a bad idea because it's worth largely 2 points because I've not even seen another great treasure on the board. Actually, I have. It's the patrol has one. So getting there, you don't want to walk around with the cloven hoof because it ruins all your die rolls by one. It makes them worse. But man, to pick that up on day 7, day third, or day 28 or whatever would be sort of a coup. It's worth 2 points. So I'm going to say she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to move as fast as she can to here. And then tomorrow she's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there ish. And then she can get probably to there. So that's what, 3 days? That's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Maybe she can get this spider killed. On day 4, that'll be Spider Slayer. And I mean, the problem is this is a nasty spot. So, all right. So, first goal is now the other option would be he might. So, I don't want to move into here unhidden though because I just don't. I don't feel super comfortable. Okay. All right. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's as good as we're going to get. So we go to 4 in the ruins. Done. We're going to hide and then into the ruin. The elf. I mean, do we locate the horde or do we just turn around? I mean, like I said, there's at least 1 point right there, if not 3 points there between the hoof and the circus. That's 3 points right there. So that could net the elf a victory with 12 points. I'm drinking Redemption Rye tonight. It is not my favorite rye. It's a little too light and a little too minty. And as I've talked with Scott and some others, I mean, ryes are minty. There's a minty sort of thing to many ryes, but I don't prefer it. I like a Knob Creek is more black pepper kind of vibe. So we could pop the circus, go back, just take that spider poof, drag him back to the circus, done. That's like a quick point. Then maybe go try to find the horde my last days, or maybe just grab the cloven hoof and run, off the board effectively, retiring with 12. But you do have to find the cloven hoof. And frankly, I put it on the top of the treasure pile. So, but I only put it there so I could see it. It's actually the first card in that pile. So I think, I think he goes back. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. As dumb as it is, he's going to go back. And then finally, the sorcerer. Okay, so the sorcerer is going to do he's going to do the herbalist thing. which is sort of whatever. He has to search. He has to search 4 times. Oh, I'm sorry, and he gets a thing. So hold on. So because he planted his flag way at the beginning of the game, at the end of the week, he gets one of those. He gets either income, a levy, or supplies. He's going to take the income, and gets 1 gold. Son of a bitch. I should make it like 1d6 plus 1 or something. I'm just so annoyed at that result because he got 2, 2, and 1. So he could have had way more money, but not. So the sorcerer is going to search. And let's see. So if he searches, he's going to have to search. We're going to just sort of search 4 times and hope to find it because you need to roll specific numbers to get that. So we are done. We're ready to get day 22 moving. Obviously, you can tell, Bradley, that a lot of my time is spent just thinking about the moves because you have to pre-plot your move. You have to say what you're going to do before you do it and write it down. And things can change on the board, but when you do, and bats are going to appear here day 22. So the Amazon's going to go. Her friend is still following her, so he doesn't really get his own move yet. And so she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and she hides for 5. But I don't think it matters, but she does hide, and she is not hidden, so she is stuck there. But done. Nothing appears because we're looking for orange circles on a 6. Done. The elf is going to hide. Looking for not a 6. We get not a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bats do appear because bones make bats show up. So that's interesting, and they show up right there. So I think all we have to do is end our day here, right? End your day here to get the blowgun. And it will indeed capture any tremendous creature it hits. Okay. But it's a T3. It does not automatically hit that spider. That's actually the worst part. The worst part is it does not auto hit the spider, which is probably the one he would take by default because it's not in pairs. Though he could go kill a giant and then trap the other one. Okay, that's fine. He gets a blowgun. And so what I am going to do is I always just copy this chit for the blowgun. So to note that he has one. Because he can't use both the bow and the blowgun at the same time. So we have to make sure that we're sort of aware of that. So we are, wait a minute. Strangely enough, we can auto get the spider. We have this potion. The weapon hits even when its attack time is equal. The blowgun is a T3. Okay. All right. That's perfectly fine. So we know what we're going to do. The sorcerer. Sorcerer is searching 4 times. He needs to roll a 4 or a 1. So that's a 4 is the highest number or double ones. Nope, that's a 5. That's 1 search. That's 2 searches have failed. 3 searches have failed. 4 searches failed. The one problem with Magic Realm is it's very luck dependent, and the game is about mitigating risk effectively. It's luck dependent, and occasionally you just fail on the thing you're trying to do, and maybe repeatedly, and that does suck. So we do have a blowgun, and we are done. It's now time to write the rest of our move. So I'll tell you what, I think the Amazon is going to try to take some points. So she is going to she is going to, and this might not be a good move, but we're going to hide, and then extra move into the trolls. And I'm going to see what appears there. I'm going to see what else shows up. Black Knight is dead. The elf is going to move to 6, so he moves here away from the bats. Now he can deal with the bats, but that's a different beast. He can deal with the bats. He's going to move to 6, but he doesn't want to deal with the bats yet. Hide, that's an extra phase. Move, I think, and move to the spider. Is that true? Is that 2 moves to the spider from 6? Yeah, move and move. So hopefully he's hidden. And actually, we will try to make sure we're hidden by doing an extra phase. You get 4 phases plus extras. Extras are based on items and character traits and all that. So that's 4. And then I always put an X if it's an extra phase so that I can note, hey, he took 5, but one of those was free. And then the sorcerer has to do this again. Done. And he'll probably spend his whole week doing that, which sort of sucks. So this is day 23 now. Yep, day 23. Let's roll day 23. 1. So dragons will appear. A lot of dragons been cleared off the board, but they will appear. That sucks a little bit for our Amazon for reasons you'll see in a minute. So the sorcerer is going to search again. He's looking for a 4. Nope, that's a 5. 1. Oop, no, I didn't roll. I hit E, so that stopped the dice. Hold on. This is his second roll. 2. Oh, come on. 3. Nope, don't do this to me. 4. Nope, he did it to me. The Amazon's going to hide a bunch of times. A 6 is the only roll that fails. So she's hidden. Her guy is hidden. We walk into there. The dragons are roaming. So every dragon in this tile comes to this spot. Now that's too many dudes. We actually cannot deal with that number of creatures. So we're not going to deal with this number of guys. We're hidden, though, so we're good. So she's going to stay there hidden. The elf moves to here. He's going to hide, which he does. And then he walks into there. Nothing appears because Roar draws the dragon in a cave. Versus Slither or Flutter would have dragged them here, but they're already on the board. So we have 2 possible combats, but we're not doing one here. She is not doing one. She is going to sit and try to utilize this. Try to utilize this as a So I think I can actually make this work. But first, we're going to do the elf's fight. So the elf has someone to fight. Now, I'm a little pissed because the elf's going to take that. I mean, the Amazon's a little pissed because the elf's going to take this spider from her. So, oh well. So the elf is going to, first phase, he is going to play. He's gonna use his encounter step to switch these. Although the blowgun is unreadied, you can't see that, but the blowgun is either nothing if it's not readied. So yeah, so he can't even attack this round. So that sucks a little bit. So if he's going to do that, he would have had to have readied that and swapped it around. So he would have done that as he walked. He swaps them. So for his encounter phase, he's going to play the Ointment of Bite, which means that this will hit. It's a T3, but it'll hit even on a 3. So it hits even ties. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to hit on a tie. What's up, Terry? How are you, man? What's up? So he's going to hit on a tie. So what that means is he's going to auto hit because this spider does not flip. And remember, he's hidden. So the elf comes in. He plays the Ointment of Bite. This guy goes to here, but the blowgun is a time of 3 with the ointment hits. Good to see you, man. So now he has the spider. And he has to discard the potion. His potions are 1 use only. I think it goes to the shaman, and he is done. So he has swiped the spider. The Amazon chose not to fight. The sorcerer is still trying to find berries. So the Amazon is going to extra move into the cave, move into the lair, and then hide. The nice thing is, so when she does that, she's going to go here and then here. Because she ended her phase unhidden, and there's no monsters in there, the damsel, she's going to free the damsel who's been there literally since day 1. she's starved now. Like they didn't fed her. She's like, yeah. So he's going to go and he's going to grab her, and then she's going to then escape with the damsel. So she will at least manage that. Even though this sort of thwarted her a bit. I would love to kill one of these dragons, but there are so many creatures on this. There's only 3 of us. And there are how many creatures? There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures on this thing. That's a little too many for her to manage. But I think the elf just took that roll, and the elf just took probably 2 points from him. But she's going to walk into there and get the damsel. The elf's got to make it back to 1, 2, 3. So he's going to, so he's going to move here, hide. He doesn't want to hide in here because the cloven hoof is there. I'm just going to put that there because so 1, hide into the thing, done. Move 4, extra hide again, move to the circus. And he should score the circus. He should. And that might secure his victory. Yeah, it's good to see you, man. Good to see you. But yeah, like everything appeared there. It was ridiculous. And I think the Black Knight got hosed by that at some point. And the Black Knight got chased through the deep woods. It was not great for the poor Black Knight. So the elf is going to do that to turn the circus in. The damn sorcerer is getting flippin' stuck here, but he's doing that. I'm doing it, damn it. I'm getting those herbs. Gosh darn it. All right, day 24. Let's roll it. We're sort of hoping for a lucky roll. Oh, we get dragons. Oh, that sucks a little bit for the Amazon. It sucks a little bit for the Amazon because she's going to need to hide. If she doesn't hide, she might be facing death here. As we take some risky moves and get trapped a little bit. So the elf moves here. He's going to hide twice. He fails once. Does he succeed the second time? He does. And then he goes to the circus. I don't think anything appears because these are already burned out with the dragons as it is. The sorcerer is going to roll 4 times to search. He fails. He fails twice. Come on, give me a 4. There it is. Done. Oh, thank God. Thank goodness. Okay, so he's got his herbs. And next time he's going to move, but I will turn that card on its side to show that he's ready to be done. And she goes 1, 2. She picks up the damsel. Then she's going to hide. Oh, you know there's going to be a 6 because I could see it flipping. And then all the dragons in the world descend. 1, 2, 3, 4 dragons descend. That is not as bad as it's not as bad as it could be. It's bad. Don't get me wrong. It is bad, bad, bad. But it's not as bad as it could be. It's only dragons, so that's okay. Rest in peace in the dragon's belly. Yeah. Okay. We got one fight here, so let's do a fight. Before we give, the elf his circus crap and everything, let's do this fight. We'll see if the Amazon can make it. Yeah, that's gonna suck, by the way. So, okay, we got 2 buddies. I'm pretty sure we're luring each buddy. They're either like that or... So we're not going to kill any of these with this guy. We're never killing anyone with this guy. This guy is largely just dodging for his life. The Amazon is going to take both of these. She can't kill any of them either. We are relying on this guy to kill all of these dragons. We just have to dodge them. We just have to dodge the dragons. Now, fortunately, the Amazon has no problem doing that. But she is still likely to be hit because it's 2/3 of them, but she has a lot of armor. What we want is we need this guy to live. This guy has to live. That's my goal. That guy lives. Okay. Ooh, this is going to suck. So, we're playing an M4. Remember, you can be hit one of 2 ways, by something intersecting your move or by them undercutting you with their super fast attack times. Fortunately, these dragons won't do that. So I have a 1/3 chance of not being hit, a 2/3 chance of being hit here by one guy. That's fine. We're going to take it on the armor and see what happens. So we're going to roll. We get a 6. So what happens is this guy goes to here. This guy flips up there, as you can see by the little chart. Does the first dude flip? We would love for this guy to flip, by the way. He doesn't flip. Does the last guy flip? He doesn't flip either. So what happens is this dude hits me. He breaks the helmet with his heavy attack and then wounds me. And so I take 1 wound. And I'm going to put this chip in the wound column. But that's it. That's round 1. I took a wound. We're hoping there's a 1/3 chance that this guy gets killed. And it is. It's done. This combat's over. She is dead. I would have loved for her to pull this out. That would have been really awesome. Yeah, so... And then that guy goes here. So he's not going to hit this dude. We'll see if he flips. He does. So unfortunately, what happens to this guy is, because it's round 1, and the problem is we weren't hidden. If we were hidden, we could have avoided this, and this would have been an auto kill for our great axeman. But since we weren't hidden, we had to fight on round 1. And on round 1, now if we were hidden, we'd have probably just stayed there. But on round 1, the weapon length determine who goes first. This weapon length is a 9 versus an 8. Or I'm sorry, a 5. So if this head lined up anywhere else, we're fine. And this guy kills this dragon easily. And then we would literally just draw a dragon every round off our sheet and slaughter him with the axemen as the rest of us dodge and duck. And there was actually not a terrible chance of us living through this. It was literally a 1/3 chance on the first round of combat. And we failed it. So, yeah. Like if we roll, let's say we'll just roll again for giggles. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Nope, 3. It's the same damn thing. And so there you go. So that's Magic Realm luck for us. So he is dead now. And now really the combat's over. I'm not even going to fight the rest of it. Because now we just we can't not be hit. And as we're hit, they're going to damage stuff. And ultimately we're going to get worn down and die somehow. And so that's it. The Amazon also finds herself killed. So there you go. And I'm not super worried, but yeah, it'd have been stuff all over the place. He's dead. He's probably dead. Everybody's dead. We're just going to put everybody dead. Except for the dragons live. Yeah, that sucks a little bit, I think. I'm going to say it's unlikely her armor survived, frankly. So these guys go to the dead pile. And that was a little bit of a bold move for her to charge up into there. But I thought it actually was a decent move, given all the dragons had moved off. Because I know, like, the trolls are a pretty easy fight. The bats would have been an easy fight. And the dragons would have been the hardest fight, but still doable. And there you go. And that's that. So I'm putting the damsel back just cuz. And the Amazon's going to go in the deceased bucket here. I do keep her score. Sort of up, but I do mark that she is dead, and there we go. I don't think anybody else has a fight today. So we will adjudicate the circus because we have scored the circus. So we get, and I think I probably this probably is way too much. But the first to bring the creature gets 1 VP, 10 gold. So we do get 1 VP. So that's 4 VP. For cards, he gets 10 gold from the circus. So that's 34 gold. Is that true? Yep. 8. Yeah, I have it rewritten wrong here. So he has 34 gold done. And he scores twice the prowess. I think that's OP. I definitely think that's overpowered. So he gets 12 prowess. Giving him yeah, I screwed something up here, but that's fine. I have 38 prowess. Yes, done. So he is definitely winning prowess. He's definitely winning gold. I mean, my guess is, the sorcerer. So this reduces her score by 2. By the way, the death. So that's you're probably looking at our final. And then all the circus stuff goes away because the circus leaves. It's done. It leaves town now. So yeah. Now, the question is, do we want to specifically go somewhere or do we want to just. Because we have control bats. The elf could just take these bats and fly somewhere. I don't know that there's any place he necessarily needs to fly. There's no goblins on the board, so the circus is gone. I suppose he could. I mean, I suppose he could quote unquote fly to the crag or what, right, to try to score old bones or something. He might, I mean, he could try to roll the cloven hoof. Um, and again, the cloven hoof actually isn't the top thing. I actually put the armor on top. So the cloven hoof is there. So he actually does have a shot at grabbing it. I mean, probably the best thing for him to do the last few days would be to grab that stupid hoof and retire. The only other thing he would do would be cast control bats tonight and fly to the cliff and then hope that the horde was here and he would locate it. But then I don't think he would ever make it to here. He wouldn't. I don't think he'd make it fast enough. Although you could manipulate bats so that you could, have a bat here to control again to get to here. But I just don't think he makes it. I don't think there's enough time in the game. This is 1 day, 2 days. Yeah. So I think we're just gonna go. I think the elf goes 1, 2. He's gonna hide, right? So he move. He's gonna extra hide. He's gonna move into the cairn, I think it is where the dude died, and then do a search phase. Done. And then, frankly, if he needs to, he has enough gold. He can just pop Peace with Nature and not summon any creatures. Well, certain creatures, obviously, to his tile if he doesn't want to. But keep in mind that he's still monster's still prey. The sorcerer is going to move to the inn. He is going to then get herbalist. Does he have to return to a dwelling? Done. So he just gets there and he is there. He is done. And he gets to make his elixir. And then, so I think my options would be trade with the company to see what they have, and maybe they have something that he could buy in the sense of a great treasure. Like maybe they just are, he's just lucky and they have a great treasure and he would buy it. And that would give him 2 points. So he's going to score 1 for herbalist. He buys a great treasure for 8 points then. The other option is to. He's never going to get Explore the Caves done, is he? So he could go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tomorrow he flips this tile and goes there. So hold on. So let's look at how many days are left. So today he gets to the inn. Oops, no. Today he gets to the inn. So this is the 25th, and then he would move to the woods. He would flip the tile the next day. Then he would have 2 days to go through the entire, and he wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah, he'd go 1, 2, 3, 4. He is a day short of completing Explore the Caves, because Explore the Caves is 2 points also. So he would get 6, 7, 8 by exploring the cave. I'm so upset how this game turned out. So I think what we're going to do, as clunky as it is, we're going to move to the inn. Where was his challenge? The campfire. He didn't even know where that damn dude is. The campfire is here or here. So yeah, he's not even gonna get. He's not gonna be able to do his challenge. I suppose he could go up here and try to gut nuke these dudes, and he could. Oh no, he can't. It's purple. He can't do that. The elf screwed him there, by turning the mountains. So I think, to be honest, the only thing he could do, he could go 1, 2. So he'd turn it in, get his potions. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 days. And then 1, 2, and turn in the druid quest. And that would score him actually as well, because he has a potion, because that's what the herbalism gives you for a reward. And the druid wants a potion, so he could do that. So that's, I think, where we're gonna go. So okay, so that's not as bad. So we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna end up in mountain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 into the mountains. Done. So there you go. So let's roll it. And this game's going to end a little bit on a whimper. 6, some more bats, but there are no more bats. The sorcerer goes. He goes 1, turns in herbalist 2, 3, 4. Bats would appear, but they don't, because there's no more bats not on, that are on the board. Let's give him his herbalist, so he scores of his 4th card. So that's cool, and that gives him 6 points, which is fine. It's fine. Technically, he gets another card. He's going to actually take, by the way, so I'm going to shrink this card. And I'm going to put a chip on it, also shrunk. And I'm going to take, and I will copy that chip and paste it twice. And I'm going to take, I think, does it matter? Maybe 3 extra moves. Maybe I can shave a day off that, although I don't know that it matters if I shave a day off that. No, it does not matter if I shave 1, 2, 3, 4. It does. It sort of does. Sure, we'll take 3 of those. Done. There you go. So he scores that. He takes the potion that he that he does, and he moves. And then he does get a quest card, which is locate the altar. And that'd be a great one because he knows where the altar is if it wasn't so flippin' far away. Done. The elf's going to go. And the elf is going to move out of here. He's going to hide. He fails. I think he has 2 hides. Oh, no, maybe not. Now he moves there, and he's going to do a search to loot all the treasures that are just laying there. And he gets the 6th treasure in the pile. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. He gets the elven slippers, which, by the way, is a great treasure for the elf. Not a great treasure in terms of a great treasure. I just mean for the elf, it's awesome because it just gives him another move chit with no asterisks, which is nice. I'm going to leave these sort of like this so that I can quickly see what's what. And bats prowl, and we failed to hide. Okay, that's a thing. There's 3 of them, I think, and we failed to hide. So we actually have a combat. All 3 bats are on our sheet. Finally found his. I did. I'm like, slippers. Oh my God. I lost these years ago. The damn knight had them. He's gonna see how good this elven slippers are. No. We're just gonna cast control bats. I mean, yeah, we're casting control bats. So we're gonna cast control bats. We have this gold source card we've kept way too long. We had it like since the first couple days. So we're gonna burn the gold source card. We're gonna cast control bats, and since everything on our sheet is equal to or less, I mean, since this is equal to or less than the time of everything here, the spell goes off. The bats are controlled. Done. And tomorrow, we will move the bats. Because I do not want to flee. I need as many phases as possible to try to grab the cloven hoof as my last act of the day. I do get the Bury the Dead card, and I do not care. Bury the Dead. So we cast, we burn the gold card. We are done with the day, and that is the combat. And I think that's it. So that is that day. The elf is going to extra hide, of course, and we will search all day. The bats are going to fly off because I'm not going to need them, so I just want them not dinking with us. Now, if I was mean, I would send them 1, 2, 3. But, I mean, let's face it, we're going to win this game anyway. But we're going to go 1, 2. So we won't because, again, he's already won. So we're going to go 1, 2 into the crag. So the bats are going to fly into the crag. And we are done. The sorcerer, again, he's making a beeline. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's going to use actually one of his potion charges here to move a 5th move. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 into the chapel. Which the orders a friend, allies, and so these are all buddies to him right now at this point because of all the quests already done. So I'm not going to worry. So he's going to bolt down there, and his goal is to get to the druid to give him the potion. So it is day 26 is coming up. I haven't moved this. I'm sorry. So day 26 is coming up. Let's roll day 26. 1, so dragons are going to move. I don't know that that actually means anything for any of the characters. Elf is first. So we're going to move these guys. 1, 2, we moved them here. So done. And then they're going to land in 1. And they're done. Our move is to hide, and we do, and we are going to search 4 times trying to get that hoof. And actually, we have to add 1 to this, unfortunately, for I forgot to do the last time. So we get the 6th treasure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so nothing. Even our hide was wrong. 2. 3 is the 6th treasure, and 4. We need to roll a 3. And we get the 4th treasure, which means the 5th treasure, because the cloven hoof adds 1 to everything. Oops. And we do get the deaf gloves. Well, that's going to help us out a little bit. I don't think anything appears with dragons, because these 2 chits, we're out of dragons, effectively. They're all up here. Minus this guy, who would appear in a cave. The sorcerer goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's there, and we're done. The elf, extra hide, all searches all day, and the sorcerer is going to, I think, hide and move. I don't really think he needs to hide, but he's going to move into here. And we'll hide just because. We need to roll a monster roll, by the way. 5, so we get spiders. I think it's day 27. Yeah, it's day 27. So we're going to hide and move into, and we do, and we're hidden, and we move. And I think we can do Druid, because I don't think we actually have, yeah, done. We bring him a potion, which is this potion, which is the potion we got for Herbalist. So we burn this, and the Druid gives us a VP, so that scores us 1 VP plus Druid. And we also get a type 2 spell if we want to. And we're going to do it because we haven't actually learned any spells otherwise. And we want to get those points. So we're going to draw a card from here. Random spell. And we're going to convert 1 chit probably to cast it. I mean, honestly, that would be a good one to have if we got that early in the game. But we didn't. We got it the last 2 days of the game. So we're going to convert a single chit. I'm going to convert this chit. And instead of actually trying to find one, because that would be just miserable, I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to put this on it. There we go. And we're going to chain those two together. Boom and boom, done. And so now it's a type 2. So what does that do? Well, that gives us 1 card. So the sorcerer actually has the most cards of the living. So 5 cards. He gets 7 points. And now he also has a spell. And I had a spell for him, but that was wrong because I put it with the elf. So that's my fault. So he has 1 spell now. That is unfortunate that I have my scoreboard has been wrong for so long. Well, what that does is that takes a half point away from the elf, because the elf now, they're tied with 1 spell each. So now they both get 1.5 points. So the elf has, and yeah, my scoreboard is not up to date. He has 9.5 points. And we have 5, 6, 7, 8.5 points. Right? Yes. Okay, there you go. So definitely good for the sorcerer to have swiped that. It won't be enough, but it's definitely good that he swiped that little bit. The elf's going to hide. He adds 1 to this, so he does succeed at hiding. Now we're going to roll 4 searches. He gets the 5th treasure. We need a 3, pretty much. Oh, taunting him. Nope. We're not going to get it. That's fascinating. So, okay, we are at the last day. There's gold magic in every clearing. And nothing appears because the cairn, both the imp and the spider have been killed. Now, stuff can reappear because they're going to regenerate on day 28. We're going to roll 2 dice for monsters. Honestly, I think the sorcerer probably... Oh, right, and we haven't updated, again, the scoreboard, right? We have locate the altar, which we could do if we had another week or so, but we don't. I think the sorcerer just walks and is done with, he just retires. I don't think he has anything going on. I don't believe so. Is there any possible way he steals something? I just don't think so. The elf is going to do exactly what he's been doing. And that's going to be it. So let's roll our last 2 dice here. Now we do have Peace with Nature. So we get a 5 and a 2. So this spider is going to return. This spider returns. That actually matters to the elf, strangely enough. So we're going to hide. Remember that a 5 fails, and so we fail to hide. We're going to search 4 times. We're looking for a 3. That's 1 roll. That's 2 rolls that fail. That's 3 rolls that fail. We do not get the cloven hoof. This guy does appear. And then we're going to run, though. So it really doesn't matter because we will use the Elven Slippers, Scott, as you said, and we just run out of there. And that is pretty much the game. So the elf scores 4 cards, but wins prowess, gold, and ties in spells. Gives him 9.5 points. The sorcerer actually has a very good sort of last 2 weeks. Oh, did I actually miss a point for our poor sorcerer? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. I actually missed a point for the sorcerer. Ah, geez. Wow, my scoreboard was bad. My scoreboard foo here really sucked. Ugh, I feel so bad. The sorcerer. So yeah, he planted flag, got the Inquisition, Lost Shaman and Snake Charm on day 18, Herbalist on day 25, day 27, that's 6 points. He has 2nd place in prowess, 2nd place in gold, and he beats the Black Knight and he beats the Amazon, who are dead, but their high water their watermarks still count. He still has to, and he ties in spells. So getting that last spell from the Druid actually mattered, because that then ties him for 1st place. Huh. And had I been keeping the scoreboard correctly, that would have been exciting. As it stands, it just seems arbitrary. It would have been exciting had I been able to do math or actually correctly mark down things that happened on my sheet here. Thankfully, I kept this. Thankfully, I kept the log, because that does help me go back and check. So that's it. How was that game? That's a good question. I don't think the game was bad. I think the game was good. I think the Black Knight had some bad luck throughout much of the game. The Amazon made a bold move, got unlucky, and then in the combat that she actually could have easily, strangely enough, easily won. If she gets past round 1, she wins that fight. Because if she gets past round 1, her Axeman kills the dragon, the Tremendous. And then round after round, he's going to kill all those heavy dragons. So she would have scored... let me think real quick. 25 prowess. And killed all the dragons, had the damsel in her pocket. She would have scored Dragon Slayer. So I think if the damsel wins that, she easily comes in 2nd, if not challenges for 1st place. Instead, she died. So that's just sort of how, that's how the dice roll sometimes. And if she were hidden, she could have avoided that, because she'd have just waited round 1, and that's when weapon length matters, and attacked on round 2 with all her guys. And that would have ensured a kill. And again, so totally different fight. If she either was hidden, which has a low chance of failure, and 30% chance of fail, The head hitting him was a 33% chance. So literally there is a 10% chance that happens. Plus the roll of a 1 is 1/6 of that. So there was literally a 10 divided by 6 is 1.6% chance that all the things that happened to kill the Amazon happened. That's how Magic Realm tends to work. So I think that is where we're at. So let's get the big scores up, if you don't mind. So we got the big score. So we're sort of keeping our little tournament here. So we have 2 games, 1 death for the Amazon, 2 games, 2 games, 2 and 1. So there you go. So we got 2 games, 1 death for those guys. The elf and the sorcerer both score 3.5 points because it's 4 points for a win, 3 points for a second place. So they get to split the difference. So they both score 6.5 with 9.5 points. And there you go. So 18 and 18 like that. So these 2 guys effectively move up into the ranks like that. So after 2 games, we have a 4-way tie for second place. The Amazon comes in third with 2. So she scores 2 points. She scored 4 points. So her raw score is 16. Oh, but she died. Oh, you get 0. I'm sorry. The deaths are 0. So that is absolutely my fault. So she got 2 points. So she actually is 3 points because of the death. I mean, her raw score is whatever 16, but raw score doesn't count. It only counts in ties. The Black Knight also scores no points and actually scores no points. So literally, he didn't score a damn thing. So that's where they end up. So that's sort of our scoreboard here as we head down, and it looks like we have the Magician, Witch, Woods Girl, and Wizard in our next cohort, which is sort of, I mean, that's okay. That's cool. So let's do all the characters that have played. We'll put them up in the first box there, and then the second group will be characters that have not yet played the second game. So there we go. So that is sort of where we're at score-wise. And, I mean, sort of fun, sort of interesting. And we'll have to see how we mix it up. Like third round is when we're going to have to make decisions and mix it up. Like what do we do there? So there you go. So I'm going to hang out. The game is over. I'm going to hang out and set up the next game, at least get started. But obviously, so thanks for hanging out and watching. If you want to hang out and chat or ask questions, I would be happy to sit and chat with folks, about really any topic, to be quite honest with you. I'm good with everything. But that is it for this game. And so what we need is ready to go, and we'll load that. Scott, how are you this evening? And we do need our next foursome, though. So it's Magician, Witch, Woods Girl, and Wizard. We no, there. Okay. So yeah, so to set these up, it's a little it's a little clunky. Which wizard? So we're gonna do obviously in order. Wizard and woods. I definitely like the woods girl in terms of the quest game. She just has a lot of stuff going for her. Great ambush archer, that counts for a lot. Um, able to escape everything, that counts for a lot. So I think she would be my favored if I were to pick from these four. The magician certainly can have good games, but it's trickier to play him, I think. So there you go. There's my scoreboard. And so my scoreboards are set up. But yeah, I think it's trickier to play of that set of characters. And then the witch is what she is, right? She's either an absorb machine, which is definitely a good way to play the witch. The wizard also has some advantages. Like I remember the last time I was doing these regularly, the wizard was just racking points up because the secret pass is a great power, frankly. So yeah, let's see what kind of board we end up with. I would hate to set this up manually in whatchamacallit. Ooh, a very long board. I'm not sure how I feel about that. So this valley is decent in that it dumps into at least something good, right? Some good stuff. Gets a second dwelling, which this valley is pretty good too. The board is mostly cut off though at this point, so you have a northern and a southern part for sure. Aside from this gate, of which the witch and the wizard would be able to open this gate here. This valley's okay. It dumps into the borderland or the cavern. And this one, again, dumps into the borderland in the caves in the borderland. So, and I don't like this valley much at all. Like this one into the cliff is a little bit of a disaster because effectively, if someone starts here, you're literally sitting here until you find this. Now, once you find it, you're fine. I mean, it's an interesting board. It's a C probably. You could do better, could do worse as far as mobility. Pretty much the Woods girl's in great shape if she starts up here, and then sucks a little bit more if she starts like over here or here. So I don't know. I'm gonna retry this one. So we have this valley dumping into the ruins. This valley dumping into, again, the borderlands. It's not awful, but, this valley dumps into the cave, which sucks a bit. Now we can, you can't fix that. There's no fixing that. Yeah, because the cave's attached by this woods. That's this sort of sucks for a lot of cards and stuff. Like you own literally the only way these woods appear. And chaining the woods right by the caves to bypass it would have been cool. But yeah, the last map, yeah, definitely could be clunky. I'm gonna pull I'm giving up some of I'm giving TMI here. Little TMI is that we do occasionally alter these to make them more viable. Give me a second here. So, like, for instance, this one, I would just take and see if I couldn't find a way to make this happen. And I think this all of a sudden is better for most characters. Worse for the dwarf, but better for most other characters. And then from this one, I think maybe you would do that. And no, actually, well, I mean, it's not terrible. And hell, I'd almost cheese it and just go, yeah, we can put whatever's here in 4 instead of 5, and that just saves someone a day of just walking the dumb loop. Um, and again, that also fixes a lot of maps. If you just go, you know what, I don't need to put it in 5, I can put it in 4. So like this valley, for instance, you could just cheese it and put this here. And just go, oh, okay, good enough. Well, let's see if we can flip it. Now, I don't do that unless, I don't think you can flip it either. Like, I think you have to do that because this is the only blank. So I would consider that we would do this one, and then that makes this map actually really, really good. For most characters. So I say we're going to keep this one. We will make adjustments to the locations. Done. So everybody should select their character now. Sure. So the magician, we just do them in alphabetical order. The magician is here in place 1. The witch is going to go in place 2. The wizard in spot 3. And the woods girl in 4. Okay. And then oh, darn it. I do hate that. Okay. All right, so done. I think we're good. We will just put these off to the side for now and figure out where we want them. So there you go. So that is done. Yeah, it only sucks when we have to if I'm playing with other people because then these all belong to there's this whole this whole ownership and fog of war concept that sucks when we're playing with other people because this setup no longer works well. It's and I'm still using an old version of the mod, which is actually broken on all these other player locations because I had to manually fix the XML on this because something changed. One update broke this in Tabletop Sim. Okay, so we got all our guys, so that's cool. We're gonna place dwellings. Let that go. And I am going to cheat. I am going to move this here. And I am going to move, which other one did I say I needed to move? I needed to move this one to here. And that's good. And we're done. So there you go. So there's those guys there. So I don't think this is terrible. Now we need to think about spells. Ugh. Oh, and probably adjust some crap. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So there you go. The magician's there. And there we go. So the magician's ready to start. Now we just need some spells. So let's pull up the spell decks that I usually pick from here for the magician. Done, done, and done. So for the magician, 6, 7, and 8, of course, are where we want to be. You could take... So I think we're going to... So let's cheese out. I'm going to take... Let's take Nudge. Let's take Transform. That leaves us a type 7. So it leaves us just an easy... Oh, geez, no. Okay, well, I can do that too. Avoid danger. I mean, sure. I mean, that's not awful. Okay, hold on. Just group these again. Like that. What? Yeah. No. Get back in a deck. Avoid danger is not the worst thing you could take. Blunting is sort of pointless for a lot of characters. Blur is probably not super useful. I mean, it actually has a lot of use. I just don't know how much utility I think I'm going to get out of it. Take a move chip, make its time 1, done. Control Bat's always good, no matter what character. I mean, you could piece with nature. The bonus to Blur would simply be that it takes a move chit and makes it a time 1. Done. There you go. You want to flee from something? Done. So I think that's moving up in my esteem here. Gravity control is pointless. Invisible Guardian is actually sort of pointless. Like these are ones I took and I'm like, I stole from other sources and I don't know that I would ever take them, but I'm sure there's one character. Veil Walker might be good. I have to look. It's definitely OP, but it's not always worth it on some maps. Wisp Guide, not bad. And Wisp Warrior has certain uses as well. So this would be my list of type 7s that matter for... So we're going to go with a Transform and Nudge build. And Nudge cheeses, right? We can take a die roll and nudge it by 1, which makes Transform amazingly good, right? It takes quite a bit of the risk out of Transform. So we take it, and that's great. We can kill any one thing, assuming we can hit the thing that we transform the thing into. So you got to be careful because you can also then transform something into something you cannot hit. So usually we're going to try to hire a rogue or two and then transform stuff and have the rogue stomp the frog or stomp the bird or whatever. And that's going to be the strategy for killing monsters. Small groups of a lot of monsters we're going to have to either run from, which is problematic, or we're going to have to just avoid. So you could do Blur. Avoid Danger is sort of clunky because it stops a rogue. You have to cast it the night before. So it's a, I want to call it a... It's probably not useful if you can take Blur. You might maybe taking Blur is always the better choice, and so maybe that in that sense, Avoid Danger is bad, or Blur's bad, one or the other. What Avoid Danger does is, there we go. Avoid Danger is it stops a row from just summoning monsters entirely, and so you know it's better to keep a it's better to keep a place clear. Whereas blur, you just get all the things, and then so I'm gonna try blur. There you go. Unless Veil Walker is just too good to not take. So those are my two. So let's look at the map. We're going to start here. Nope, we're going to start here. Into the mountains. So effectively, what I look at when I look at for Veil Walker is what do each of these mean to me? Being able to change direction on the bridge, what does that mean to me? It means access to the cavern, which I don't care about that much. It means access to the again, the caves, which I don't care about that much. So these valleys, I don't think it matters. Now, I'm going to say that, and I'm going to have something in the woods and go, damn it, I needed to get that woods. But, okay. I don't think I'm taking it. I think I'm taking blur. Done. So I think our spells are nudge, blur, and transform for this game. They're also nice because they are chit, like they affect a chit and give you a chit as opposed to then, tying up a bunch of other things. Now, nudge is nasty because it does tie up a different chit. You have to actually use a chit that you did not use to cast the spell. So it almost is like fatiguing 3 chits, which is clunky. But having said that, I'm pretty happy with those 3 spell picks. The Witch. Ooh, okay, the Witch. Type 2, Type 5, Type 8. Oops. 2, 5, 8. But don't get me wrong, I think a lot of Type 2 is garbage. The Enchantress sort of makes it work, the custom character, because... So, what do we got here? Flame Sword's great, but she's not going to generate purple, so that's not her gig. Blend into background is useful if you use the optional, which I would for that one. I would increase that day spell to the point where it lasts to the end of any day. So she can certainly use that one pretty good. Torchbearer is a great spell. It essentially makes her the dwarf. Summon Animal is useful. I'm not sure that it's super, super useful. And then Warpwood is good, but only if you are attacking certain natives, which I actually don't know. Yeah, like she hates the Lancers, but the Lancers don't have a bad side. Yeah, because the Lancers don't have a non-attacking side, unfortunately. But the bow folk do, right? So, and heal's okay. I think of those, I would take Torchbearer, Summon Animal, maybe Blend into Background. I have not actually done Blend into Background. It's not terrible. You do have to recast it periodically because you will fail hides. And ultimately, if you cast again or whatever, it breaks. Um, so yeah, maybe. I don't think I'm going to take summon. I'm not taking warp wood, and I'm not taking heal. It largely is potentially either torchbearer or blend in the background, right? All right, over here. I mean, absorb is absolutely the witch's bread and butter. Typically, she's not good with drain life because her type 5 spells are so slow. Um, that it is usually not worth it. She either has to, now, it could be worth it if she's willing to alert. So if we're willing to alert, all of a sudden, worth it. Animate is interesting. I've upgraded animate a tiny bit in that it's not permanent, it's instant, and the monster just walks around with you. Yeah, absorb's a no-brainer with the witch, in my opinion. I agree with you 100%. And hell, the familiar is designed for it, right? You're literally using the familiar to find where you're getting where you're grabbing that from. Where you're getting the dude. I don't mind drain life if she's willing to alert, but that's a different be like the drain life is a no-brainer for the Witch King because he has a time 2/5 chip. And it's amazing. Animate's fine. There's times when that's good, but I think we just go absorb. I think we just do absorb. I've always wanted to try hypnotize, by the way. And again, I use the optional. So it literally every day you roll, if you roll a 6, so you could literally take the leader of, like, you could take the order, right? So it's you could get a but again, it requires a lot of maintenance because each day after the first, the target leaves the caster's employ on a roll of a 6. So she would have to continuously recast this spell. Now she has 3 type 5 chits, but again, so I think we're just going to do absorb. Done. So absorb it is. Now, absorb begs for remedy, typically, so keep that in mind. Now, is she immune to curses? No. Let's do remedy. So that's an easy choice. And let's do... Let's do Torchbearer. So she is going to be able to absorb. She is going to be able to go into the caves and the cavern and sort of own those. And yeah, absorb remedy. Yeah, woo! Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, let's do absorb and remedy. We'll do torchbearer. That is my standard witch, by the way. That's my standard witch. I was going to do the blended background, which actually is not bad, because it then allows her to walk with impunity through a lot of space there. But looking at this map, I suppose, right? You're right here, and she's right here. So she's literally can just walk there, do this, and walk there and do that. And she can own these 2 tiles effectively because no one else is going to go in there most days. Just her. So we have the wizard now, and the wizard, yeah, well, oh, yeah. Hold on. Damn it! Why? Don't, well, because the okay, yeah, okay. So, couple things. Sorry, couple things. We delete that one, and we're going to give him. This is annoying, but we're going to give him. I think the elf has it. That chip. That's what he gets in the variant wizard. Totally changes his disposition, in my opinion. Yeah. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, we can always do. That's not a huge deal. So we got type 2s, type 3s, type 4s. And it really does. So he does have a couple builds. I think my favorite. Oop, that's the wrong deck, dude. My favorite build for him is Flame Sword and Sleep, 100%. Like I love me some Flame Sword and Sleep. If I'm to be honest, I think that's fun as heck. Type 2s. I mean, Summon's a good type 2, get you out of situations. Torchbearer, again, we already talked about that. A good type 2. Stones Fly's a trap, don't take it. It's only good in PvP to kill wizards, kill the wizard effectively. Even that's not bad. And I'll tell you why I like these off ones, because they utilize the fact that he only has 2 chits of each type. And the problem with, in my opinion, the wizard is he can do any one thing once. He's a lot like the magician. He can pair chits once. And so if you can stagger his spells and get him a purple type 2 or a gold type 2, now all of a sudden he can use his gold chits to do gold things and right and cast. So let's search through here. I mean, a lot of these are good for different characters. Sleep is great. Sleep is a huge bonus. We don't want to do mirror image. Mirror image is, again, for him a trap. For other characters, you might be okay. Fleetfoot is good, but I don't. It's like there's opportunity cost there. There you go. So control wolves is a trap. Awaken monsters is much better for every other character that can take it, like the elf, effectively. Obviously, here we're looking at Fiery Blast. 9 times out of 10. Maybe Lightning Bolt. If we want to kill ourselves quickly, Ice Storm would be the thing to take. Summon Elemental is, strangely enough, I will say, I have not done much with Fiery Blood, but Fiery Blood is sort of that could be really good on certain. You hire somebody, and the penalty is that they can't fight the next day. I might not care. That could be really certain. There's certain characters that would be really nice for. That does so. So my default loadout is Flame Sword and Sleep because Sleep is with the type 2 chit. Sleep is his getaway card, and Flame Sword then allows me to just use purple as purple, and I can use my type 2 chits as type 2, purple as purple, and frankly, this chit makes him very good at wielding a flame sword. So that's my default. My not quite default but it requires him to have hired people. So the problem is it requires him to hire the guard. Hire the guard and take Fiery Blood? Yeah, I mean, that, oh my God, that would be so badass. Like if you, so the problem with that strategy is it relies on him getting enough cash to get the guard. And if you could do that, those guys are crazy good all of a sudden because normally they're mediocre. This actually is not a great, but you make a T3 all of a sudden, and you're killing almost everything on the board. Oh God, I want to do that so bad. The problem is getting the hire. You might not get that hire for, like, you're not going to sit there and hire them. How much do they cost? They're 12, right? The guard is 12, and really is the guard that you're looking for. What other groups is he buddies with? He's buddies with the soldiers, the patrol, and the woodfolk. Let's look at the soldiers real quick, because I think the soldiers aren't terrible. But these guys, so the soldiers wouldn't be bad either, and the soldiers are just 10. But you have to get a ×1. You're never getting a ×1 to start. And it's not like the captain who can sell all of his crap and then hire a group at the beginning of the game. The wizard has a staff. So you're not hiring anybody at the beginning of the game. So I think I am. There is a day I'm going to try this, but I don't think today's that day. I think we're just going to hold off. And I think we're going to go with the basics. And like I said, I consider this my de facto wizard build now. And you can do stuff with it. You can still do melt into mist with the wizard. Like, you can still do all that. Yeah, like it's just too much, right? Like I don't know that you're gonna get. You would need to get a treasure site, find it, loot it, come back, go to the guard, hire them, fire you, and then I think you're gonna kick ass at that point. Like you have won a lot of shit. I do actually like. I think that's a great strategy. I mean, I'll be honest, even this guy becomes interesting with Fiery Blood all of a sudden. But not interesting enough, right? You know what I mean? Like, you're still talking. So, game. we are going to save this game in my Magic Realm folder, MR, and this game is called MWWW because that's how we sort of code them. It's not the best hashing algorithm, by the way. A lot of collisions on that hash algorithm. So I think that's set up. Oh, you know what we need to do? No, we're not quite set up yet. We need the Woods Girl. The Woods Girl is actually trivial, so we're not going to fret too much over her. Don't get me wrong. There's one or two options, but I do want to set her up. Like that, done. So she gets set up like that. She has one type 7. And the reason why you're going to take control bats. So why are you taking control bats this time? Well, primarily because she has no color. So she can cast it on day 7s. I mean, she could do the Wisp Warrior, but I just don't. Yeah. I mean, she's going to be running from all that stuff anyway. The only other thing I would do would be to cast. You would on day 7 cast Avoid Danger, and then plan for the next. You're planning for the day 8 effectively. So let me do this. Let me leave for 2 minutes. I don't know, Terry, if you're going to stick around for any more time or not. If you do, that's great. I appreciate it. And if not, I understand because it's late. I'm going to get a tiny more rye in my cup. And then I'm going to do events and quests. So I will be back in another 4 minutes, or 2 minutes, actually. I'm going to hit the restroom and get the rough. All right, so yeah, we're still redemption. Mostly just to finish the bottle at this point. That's sure, that's what I'm doing. And it's a public service. Yeah, we're taking control bats primarily because of the spells that you can only use one day out of a week. This gives her the most utility. If you find bats on the board on day 7 and you think, I really need to get somewhere. Let me get to those bats. And it makes, right? Sure. Public service. This is a PSA. stranger danger, and you should finish your bottles of liquor. 100%. So yeah, so of the spells you can cast like one day out of a week, I think control bats gives you the most options. It saves you from bats, and the next day you fly around. Done. So okay, we are now done with that. Let's get our characters, their quests, and their events, and then this game will be really ready to go here. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. I should make a macro to deal these out, but it's not like it takes that long. All right, so let's see what the magician gets. Of all the sources, he gets a white source. That's not useful. Like, that's the least useful possibly of the source. So he's going to drop that card. Trinkets could be rough. Trinkets, you need to get a thing, encounter a giant. It's nice because you can take a small treasure and turn it into a large treasure, which could be a really nice sort of upgrade. White source. Like any other source would be sort of nice, but nope, white source it is, pal. So I think we ditch trinkets. I like Navigator early because the reward is 3 other paths crossed off, so that's a good early one. And I will look at the map real quick. You do have a mountain and the deep woods, so it's not like giants can't appear. Let's keep it. We're going to keep it. We'll keep it. We'll toss white source. White source is dumb. So let's get that. It's plant your flag. That's perfectly. We have to keep it, so we're going to roll it right now. And he has to plant his flag at 7-6. That's high pass 6. Oh, God. Really? Sure. That's not as far as it looks, but it's pretty damn far. You would go through the deep woods. You would go trinkets and baubles. You would go here to the awful valley. You would go up and then through. Jeez, that is a long flipping time. But that's what we picked. So Navigator, because we can't switch them twice. HP 6. Okay, those are his 3 quests. And we'll see if he keeps plant your flag. That is a long way to Tipperary. that is not cool. And I think he starts at the inn. So yeah, so in it is, right? So he's here. The witch starts at the inn, done with the familiar. So absolutely starts at the inn. I think the wizard starts probably at the guardhouse, maybe at the house, but probably at the guardhouse. That's the better start. And then the woods girl is starting, well, at the inner house. I start at the house because it's cheesy, but a lot of quests are do something to your unfriendly or enemies, and she's unfriendly with the soldier. So that's why I always start her at the house, because she might get a cheesy first day. So the witch gets pub crawl. That's sort of funny to think about. Mountain pilgrim and bury the dead. So pub crawl is end of phase in all 4 garrisons. Is that even plausible? These two, I think, obviously are easy. This one's easy with a enchant. That's not as hard. Boy, if it was, man, I don't know about that one. Like, that's a 50-50 for me. I'll tell you why I don't. I mean, first, it's 2 points. It doesn't suck to get it. But you're going to carry that for 2 weeks, if not more. And the problem then becomes, well, isn't she supposed to be looking for a damn troll or something to eat, to absorb? And the answer is yes. And trying to hit all the garrisons then. Having said that, it's such a nice path. Like, she could, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a little clunky. She has to go in here to here to here to here. I would flip this, go here, walk up here to here. That's a lot of heres, isn't it? That's a lot of. I just spoke a lot of words. Mountain Pilgrim is end in the mountains, ledges, and cliff. Mountains, ledges, and cliff. Again, you're walking a long way. You would do 2 of those just to get pub crawl. Having said that, it would be a type 4 spell. She could convert 2 chits to cast it. Now, that sucks for her. Because that's not a good. The witch is chit starved for each of her magics, but she only needs 1 type 8 for remedy. And if you could get something wacky, like let's say you happen to get Lightning Bolt as your type 4, or happen to get Fiery Blast, then all of a sudden you're converting this one. And it's weirdly, and you don't need Torchbearer to go fast. So imagine the witch. Imagine the witch with Fiery Blast and 2 type 4 speed 2 chits. That would be so fun. And then Bury the Dead is Bones W. I tell you what, here's what I'm going to drop of these. I'm going to drop Bury the Dead. Why do you say that, Terry? Would that be? That'd be so fun. We need to make that happen. What? Yeah, okay. We're gonna keep Pub Crawl and we're gonna keep Mountain Pilgrim because we're gonna make that path anyway. We're doing that path. So now we get one last quest card, and it's Big Game, which is actually a great card for almost any character. So she's going to just hold off on calling the big game because she can call literally any size creature she wants. So she's going to stick and check the board, of course. The ghosts are always like the trivial one to get for people. But Obviously, she's going to want something closer than that, potentially. So she'll just wait on that one as she wanders the world to get her pub crawl done. So we get woodwork, which is so what do we got? Tiny hut. So we're going to do that right now. Valley of our choice. We get to place a visitor. First off, let's get the game has done this for me. I really need to set up my base better, my base mod better. So who does the wizard like? He likes nobody, none of these dudes. So that means I'm going to place the scholar, frankly. And I get to place him in a valley of my choice, and we're just going to put him here. And I'm going to get a new card. Wolf Tamer. Ooh, that's bad. That's a rough one, to be quite honest with you. Lost Pouch, you might as well keep, because you can always choose to ditch it. And then Woodwork is Head to the Towel with Ruins W. It could be this one. Otherwise, though, Ruins W, well, I mean, he's right here. So he can get 2 of these fairly easily, 3 of these fairly easily. I'm going to keep that one. I'm keeping that one. What are the rewards? Create a light bow. Create an arrow that flies through, can pierce almost anything. Your next missile attack. 1 missile attack creates a sharpness star. I mean, it could be 5 gold, too. He just gets 5 gold. I mean, that's the easy one. Strangely enough, this is sort of dumb. I think I'm keeping these because I think his first set of moves then, once he takes a quick look at the deep woods, if he, right, you take a quick look at the deep woods, maybe the ruin, just to see if there's anything in there that you need to deal with, like a giant treasure site. Like if the hoard's here or the lair or something, you go, yeah, I'm gonna go swipe the shit out of that. But then you walk into here, you walk through these, you can hit all 5 gold. You can walk through all these. Well, but I mean, I hate to say it. The funny part is, now don't get me wrong, like this isn't optimal in any case, but it's not like the axe doesn't suck for him. He can kill heavies unarmored, mind you, which sort of sucks. At a time 3 is pretty good. Like he's actually pretty good with an axe. Or I tell you what I would, you know what I would probably take. Strangely enough, I'd probably take the light shield. The bow's rough because he can't really shoot. He has to roll 2 dice, so it's all luck at that point. He might get lucky, but typically you're not going to. The shield, though, gives him a hit that he can take, which normally you're not going to take that hit. Or I would take the axe. Whatever. Is the axe worth more than 5 gold? I love how no, it's 4 gold. The 5 gold is better, Terry. Screw that. I'm taking the 5 gold. He can make a spear. I would take the light shield. The spear's 6 gold. So actually, technically you get 6 gold. You just have to do a trade phase to get it. The only problem with this, and I say the only problem with woodwork, and maybe I ditch it. I'll tell you why. The only problem with woodwork is 8 points of labor sucks for him. That is not a good trade-off for him. That's great for a fighter. It sucks for him. So you know what? Maybe we ditch it and we just roll with that. Herbalist, way better. Done. Way better, actually. So he takes Wolf Tamer. He takes Lost Pouch. and he takes herbalist. And the lost pouch, yeah, like labor not good for him. But appear into the witchmacallit. Bye. Yeah. So lost pouch, let's see who it's for. That's actually the important part. The lost pouch is for whom? Which group lost their pouch? 3. The soldiers lost their pouch. So we're going to put SLD, soldier, there, and we will put his chip on the house. So he could take this to the soldiers and become allies with the soldiers. I think he takes it. I think you walk with. I think you actually take it up there. Now, mind you, although I will say 3d6 gold is just so useful. It's sort of funny because if I knew you're going to get lost pouch, guess what I might have taken? The fiery blood, because you take the lost pouch, you roll well, and now all of a sudden you are hiring the guard with fiery blood. Having said that, I don't think this is a bad set of quests for him to start with in the board position he's at. Let's look at one of my favorite characters, the Woods Girl. The Woods Girl gets copies of Giant Slayer, which I have to toss because you cannot have dupes. Although maybe I should allow dupes and just say, well, it's 2 points. Yeah, done. So she gets Giant Slayer, Bridge Magic, and Herbalist. So she also has Herbalist. Now, she is not starting anywhere near the woods, though. So I think it's a little bit dicier for her. Because that is not a short trek. That is through the borderland, the ruin, the deep wood, the cliff, and then you're down here. See, I think she actually ditches Herbalist. But let's look at Bridge Magic. What is the possibility that she's going to cross bridges? So through the borderland and you cross this bridge, through the deep wood and you cross this bridge. So that's 2. Where's the third bridge? Well, I suppose if you're going through the borderland, right, you might as well go here. So it's probably this way, right? Up through the ruin, hit this bridge, hit this bridge. Oh, no, hit this bridge, I should say, this way. And then the last bridge is here. Yeah, she's taking Bridge Magic, 100%. So Bridge Magic is in. I think Herbalist is out. And then Quiet Night, you rest. So she'll keep Giant Slayer. And Quiet Night's not great for her just because she's not really going to be casting. I mean, she's not really going to be fatiguing that often with her play style. So Quiet Night's not great, but we'll keep it for now. We could play it whenever. Done. So let's see what the events are to start, because that also then changes people's first few days here. So event 1 is the monastery. We get an elf. We get a broken wagon. So let's grab these: monastery, elf, and wagon. Done, done, and done. Let's roll where the monastery is. Oh, wait, mountain tile. So I just roll the d6. So where's the monastery and the mountain tile? That's 6. Mountain tile 6. Wow, that looks like a race to that shit, doesn't it? First person to get there at all gets 1 VP. Done. Where's the elf show up? 6, the small campfire. So no one knows where he is. And then the broken wagon. Choose a tile. Bad Valley. The wagon's headed for the inn. So where's the Bad Valley with respect to the inn? The Bad Valley is here. With respect to the inn, it's probably here. Done. So yeah, it looks like the magician and the witch race for the monastery to start. I think the wizard could do the broken wagon. In the meantime, he's also trying to do his quests. Like, his quests are almost perfect for this shit. Like, he is literally going south, hitting all this crap up, hitting these woods up to do his herbalist, hits the broken wagon, hits the pine woods. Like, I bet you he scores 2 points quick and maybe 3 points if he gets lucky and the wolves show up. So I think that's a good draw for him. I mean, the witch got to do what she got to do, which is walk through. But getting the monastery would be a quick one. I think the board's going to determine sort of how she rolls. But the first set of things she's doing is hitting the mountain, into the cavern, to Lindenwood, to the Bad Valley, and then up through the cliff. And that'll give her 3 of the 4. That's going to give her 3 of the 4 garrisons to pub crawl. And then she just needs to hit this last garrison, and she is done with pub crawl. I actually think she gets that done in a couple weeks. If not, then by the 3rd week, she'll have that done, and that'll be 2 points. In the meantime, you look to see what goofy game appears to give big game, and hopefully something has popped that you can absorb to done. The Woods Girl is going to do her bridges first for sure, and we hope that a giant shows up. I think the Magician actually has the shittiest draw. Simply because Navigator's fine, but I mean, so he's going to head up, hit the monastery, try to find this, go into the deep woods and try to find these paths, because the deep woods is Navigator fodder usually. Even better if it's enchanted, because then you can do 2 in 1, right? And then if he gets Navigator, he's going to find this path. Probably find this path, because those are the sort of the key paths, I think, typically. And I don't know what the 3rd one would be. I'd have to figure that out. It depends on what he's shooting for at that point. One close to whatever his... I am still going, Scott. How are you, sir? How was your drinking night? I might have come, but it was quite a ways, and I didn't want to impose. I don't know, I don't know Pete per se, so I don't want to impose on drinking with Pete. But I am drinking Redemption. So I think I have vague plans for most of the characters. But this is a super fun board for our dudes here, I think. I think this is a neat board. I think this is going to be a little bit fun. I do think, like I said, I think the magician probably spends a day in the inn, hires some rogues, and then ditches Plant Flag. I don't think that works for him. And then we'll go from there. Everybody else actually has a good draw. Yeah, I finished the last game, not early. I finished at about 11, Scott. The Amazon and Black Knight both died, and the Elf and the Sorcerer tied at 9.5. So that was the game. And then now this is my 3rd cohort here, and we'll see how these guys do in the coming days. Otherwise, I think that is it for the stream. Um, I might go sit on Discord for a few moments as I finish my rye. If you want to join me, Scott, for sure. Otherwise, I think I'm going to buzz out of here. Terry, thank you. Scott, good to see you. And then Scott Demers showed up for a few moments. And then Bradley, thanks for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. I will talk to you all later on in the week. I hope everybody has a great holiday. Oh, happy Independence Day. So I will talk to you all later. And, have a good night, everybody. Thank you, sir. No, it was good to hang out. I'm glad you hung out, man. Peace out. Have a good holiday, and I will talk to you. Hopefully, maybe we'll talk later on this week as we get this going. Maybe we'll get it going Friday. I don't know. So hope to see you then.